Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 24-25 State Relay Championships here at Meadow Glen Stadium. We'll start with a formal introduction very shortly, but our first event is on the track. This is the girls under 11 4x200 metre relay. In lane 1, we have Cranbourne, 2 Frankston, 3 Moorabbin, 4 Knox, 5 Keilor, 6 Diamond Valley, 7 Albury, and in lane 8, Coburg. So we've got a couple of vacant lanes here at the moment. It does look like 2 is vacant, but moving their way around at the track at the moment, running strongly, is probably the team from Keilor out in lane 5. So it's Keilor in lane 5 at the moment, moving well down the back straight. Also running well is Knox in lane 4. They're in the yellow. Not too far away at the moment. We'll probably see the team, so we just get a little bit more clarity on that camera. That nice clean change there for the athletes there. But again, as we spoke before, it was Keilor running strongly through the centre of field at the moment. Coming at lane 5 they are. They'll come down on their outside. Diamond Valley also running very strongly too. And just on the outside, Coburg in lane 8. The athletes will come down towards these changeovers now. Waiting anticipated here at the moment. The girls are waiting here. But it's Keilor that are going to get the baton first. They'll change over nice and clear. Then Coburg, Knox, Diamond Valley, Moorabbin, Albury, Cranbourne and Frankston. As they make their way towards the breakover line, the athletes now will start to move over into the inside lanes. And it's the team there on the outside that have come through really, really strongly at the moment. In Keilor, I still believe it is. So apologies about this vision at the moment. We are working hard to get that right. So it's Keilor, Knox, Diamond Valley, Coburg, Albury. So it's going to be a battle for the minor places at the moment. Just a reminder here, this is the first time final at 2, so it is the second 8 fastest qualifiers at the moment. It's all about time. Keilor will come across the line in first. Diamond Valley in second. Strong running by Moorabbin in third. Knox, Coburg, Frankston, Albury and Cranbourne. So that's your first time final of the under 11 girls 4x200 metres. So our second time final is now on the track. Athletes just preparing their blocks. And we'll wait for the whistle of the start line and introduce the teams to you. So time final number 2 of the under 11 girls in lane 1, Geelong B, 2 Corio, 3 Mentone, 4 Geelong, 5
mark.
Essendon, 6 Sandringham, 7 South Melbourne District, and in lane 8 Brighton.
Set. Stand up. Back
So
to
a
the
little
cones.
bit of unsteadiness there. It looks like lane 1.
Back to your cones.
Let's let the athletes
Lane
just
1,
reset.
break. First and final warning. On your marks.
Pardon?
Set.
So clean start away this time. Fastest qualifier in this race comes from lane 4. The fastest qualifier comes from lane 6 in Sandringham. Geelong won this event last year. Second fastest qualifier from lane 5 being Essendon. So probably lanes 4, 5 and 6 are the ones to watch in this. Moving really well at the moment is Essendon, actually. They're moving up very closely to the shoulder of their competitors from Sandringham out in lane 5. Do expect Geelong to start moving up. They're not going to want to relinquish this one too soon, being the holders of this title last year as under 10s. So they make their way around. Very strong running by the Sandringham athlete on this bend at the moment. Essendon also moving up a little bit on her shoulder. And running strongly too is the athlete from Geelong. So rather smaller stature of the Geelong athlete, but really making her way down at the moment as they come down to this third change. So it is Sandringham. They're going to change first. Then possibly Essendon and Geelong, Mentone, Brighton, South Melbourne District, Corio, and then Geelong again. They make their way down the back straight. It is Sandringham with a very convincing lead at the moment. She'll come to the crossover, but Geelong's going to come through from that inside lane, probably about 5 metres behind her, but she's breaking that down really, really quickly to the fact she's actually going to pass across her shoulder now. Sandringham has that little bit of a burst now as they come into this final change now. So it's Sandringham, Geelong, Essendon, Mentone. Essendon running a really strong leg here. Watch them wind her up right now as she comes around towards this straight. She's actually run a phenomenal bend at the moment. Geelong holding strong at the moment, but Essendon comes now on the outside, moving their way down. It's going to be Essendon in front at the moment. Sandringham haven't got enough energy at the moment to get past, but it is going to be Essendon holding strong just down to the line. Geelong having a little bit more of a kick, and Brighton coming through for third. So great running there. Essendon, Geelong, Brighton, Sandringham, Mentone, South Melbourne, Geelong and Corio. So that's the first event of the day, the under 11 girls, 4x200 metres. We'll be coming up now with the boys. There'll be 2 time finals of the boys here. The first race on the track will be the competitors placed 8th to 16 from the region qualifying rounds. Event 2 on the track. This is the under 11 boys, 4x200 metres.
On your marks.
In lane 1, Ballarat, 2 Bendigo, 3 Mornington, 4 Berwick, 5 Geelong B, 6 Keilor, 7 Diamond Valley, and in lane 8, Geelong C.
Set.
So clean start away at the moment now. Fastest qualifier in this time final would probably come out of lane 5. So as they make their way down the back straight, we probably see the athletes from Bendigo running a pretty strong leg at the moment. They're coming out of lane 2, so as they come around through this stagger, it does start to level up a little bit more. But some pretty clean changes there by most of the competitors. On the outside, running very strongly at the moment, would be that of Diamond Valley, and also Geelong on their outside in lane 8. Through the centre of field at the moment, it's probably Berwick that we're going to keep our eye on as they come down to this next change. So this will be the second change of this race. Keilor running strongly too, just probably on the upper hand of Berwick, but it might be Berwick that do still come first. Diamond Valley got a bit more of a burst at the moment towards this next change. It'll be Berwick, Diamond Valley, Keilor, Geelong, both Geelong, so Geelong C and Geelong B. Mornington, Bendigo. Ballarat dropped the baton, but they pick it up, pass it off, and he's got a little bit of ground to make there. So Ballarat in lane 1, making his way around to catch up to the fellow competitors out in front. So it's Berwick at the moment leading it into the back straight. Then Keilor, Diamond Valley, Geelong. Our second Geelong team will be Geelong C, Mornington and Bendigo, and not too far behind them is Ballarat. So it'll be Berwick that changes first. Running strongly in second place at the moment is that of Keilor, Diamond Valley and Geelong. But it's Berwick, probably about 2 metres in front of Keilor right now. Similar distance to that of third and fourth at the moment. So third and fourth in Geelong and Diamond Valley, really going to battle out for that minor spot. But it'll be Berwick coming up to the line. They'll take out first. Keilor in second, Geelong, Diamond Valley. Our second Geelong team, Mornington, Bendigo and Ballarat, there in 8th place. So that's our first of 2 time finals for the under-11 boys, 4x200 metres.
One last straight line in order, guys. Alright guys, so you're starting to take over zone. It's the green cone, either take over zone, it's the yellow cone. As soon as this race starts, I'll get you to jump out to the track, remembering to start taking the green cone. Yeah, so make sure you know it's after.
Okay, so time final number 2 is on the track. This is our fastest top 8 competitors from the region qualifying rounds. In lane 1, coming all the way from Shepparton. In 2, Williamstown. 3, Camberwell Malvern. 4, Caulfield. 5, Geelong. 6, Knox. 7, Sandringham. And in lane 8, Caulfield B. So there are 2 Caulfield teams in this one out of lane 4 and lane 8.
On your marks. Set.
So clean start away at the moment. Keep an eye on the athletes in lane 5, Geelong. They come in with the fastest qualifier. They're also the reigning champions of this event in season 23 and 24. Knox come through equally as the second fastest competitors. They were also second in last year's championship event. So the 2 teams are going to battle it out. There's only a second apart between their qualifying times from region. Geelong came in as a 1:58.04 and Knox 1:59.44. Geelong had a super clean change there. Caulfield out in lane 8. They've passed them already. And we do expect Knox to start moving up, but it's Sandringham running very strongly at the moment out in lane 7. So it's Geelong leading the way at the moment. Once again, we did mention Knox should start to move up. You'll probably find they'll have their fastest competitors running the 3rd and 4th leg. So Geelong, they've done this before. They've got a nice clean change there. Sandringham, Knox, Caulfield, Moorabbin, Williamstown, Shepparton, and then also on the outside we had Caulfield. So it's Geelong at the moment there. So we've got Geelong to the left of shot at the moment. We're just a little bit further ahead there of the competitors in Knox. So Geelong have taken the lead very convincingly at the moment. Knox chasing them down, but I don't think there's going to be any distance made there enough to take away this title from Geelong. So Geelong, Knox, Caulfield, as we mentioned before, so they will qualify as 1, 2 and 3 in this event. Sandringham not too far behind them as well. But it's going to be Geelong. Keep an eye on the time here. Their qualifying time is 1:58.04. They come across the line. Very convincing first. Second will go to Knox. Third, Caulfield. Fourth, Sandringham. Fifth, Moorabbin, Williamstown, Shepparton and Caulfield B. So congratulations to those competitors. That were the under-11 boys, 4x200 metres. Next event on the track is our under-12 girls. We'll have 2-time finals of that age group before we then move on to the boys under-12. Next event on the track is event number 3. This is the girls under 12, 4x200 metres. Time final number 1 in lane 1, Ballarat. 2, Echuca Moama. 3, Whittlesea City. 4, Sandringham. 5, Ringwood. 6, Box Hill. 7, Keilor. And in lane 8, Brighton.
Set. Stand up, girls. Back to your cones.
So a little bit keen to go as our athlete from Ballarat.
Lane 1, break.
Just come back to the blocks. And we'll look for a nice clean start this time.
On your marks. Stand up, girls. Back to your cones. Yep. On your marks. Set.
So clean start away this time. So from lane 1, Ballarat. 2, Echuca Moama. 3, Whittlesea City. 4, Sandringham B. 5, Ringwood. 6, Box Hill. 7, Keilor. And in lane 8, Brighton. So running a strong leg at the moment is the athletes out in lane 7, Keilor. So they come in with a seated time of 2 minutes 0813. So they possibly may change first at the moment. They have a nice clean change there. Probably a little bit scampered there in the inside lanes at the moment, but it's Keilor at the moment out in front. Very close to that changeover box area there was also Box Hill. Brighton on the outside running a very strong leg at the moment. So they're going to come up onto the shoulder of the athletes from Keilor. Keilor still running strong, Brighton digging deep, and the athletes from the infield are starting to move up on the pack at the moment as our athlete from Keilor starts to tire just a little bit. She will make it there just in time. Probably lane 1 there from Ballarat, probably changed very close to second. So they make their way round in this third leg Heading towards the final change. The athletes will come around towards the 1,500 metre start line. That's where their break line is. They'll then move in safely to the inside lane. So it is Ballarat out there in front right now. They'll go that crossover first. So really great running by them. Then it's Keel or Whittlesea City moving up there. And Chukamawama not too far behind. But it's the athletes here from Ballarat running a very, very strong race. It'll be an Indian file for the remainder of the competitors there, not too far behind. So they will start to put the pressure on Ballarat now. The athlete from Keilor probably best to make their way into the inside lanes just to avoid the distance that they're running being a little bit further. But as they make it towards the end, it is Ballarat starting to tire. Brighton crosses over the shoulder. Whittlesea City digging deep to take in second from the inside. So it's Brighton, Whittlesea City, Ballarat. Blanket finish there for Sandringham, Ringwood and Box Hill. Chukamawama and Keilor. So that's time final number 1 of 2 in the under 12 girls. So we have time final number 2 on the track. This is your top 8 competitors from the region qualifying rounds. Not much time differs between these athletes, but there are probably a couple of teams who I'll mention in just a moment to keep an eye on here. In lane 1, we have Geelong, 2 Cranbourne, 3 Diamond Valley, 4 Caulfield, 5 Knox, 6 Sandringham, 7 Berwick, and in lane 8, we have Nuttawading.
Set.
So clean start for this second time final of the under 12 girls. Running strongly at the moment is that probably of Caulfield. They've almost moved up on the outside of Knox. So Knox come through as the third fastest qualifier. Caulfield are our fastest qualifier, but Sandringham, our second fastest qualifier, were first in 23-24. Just a little bit of statistics on this one. Sandringham have actually shaved almost 10 seconds off their 23-24 performance at region. So that's been an excellent improvement there. Whether there's been a bit of a change in the composition of their team or just some really, really smooth changeovers at their region event. So we're probably going to look out for the battle of 2 in this one here. So Caulfield and Sandringham will be the ones I want to keep an eye on here. So lanes 4 and 6, who at the moment are coming through into this second changeover in that order. So it's Sandringham, Caulfield. On the outside running well is Nuttawading, but also running equally well is Berwick. So Sandringham take it first, then Caulfield, possibly Diamond Valley, Berwick, Nuttawading. And our field, the remainder of the field there in Cranbourne in 2 and Geelong in 1. So making their way down the back straight at the moment. It's Sandringham still running very well. They'll come to that crossover now. Caulfield starting to make some ground towards this final change. Third place is a bit of a combination between Knox, Diamond Valley. I think it's Berwick just after those. Cranbourne, Nuttawading and Geelong. So coming into this final 200-metre leg, it is Sandringham still out in front at the moment, running very, very well, but Caulfield chasing and making ground at the moment too. Sandringham do look like they're not going to let this one go. They won this last year. They're going to take this title again this year. Caulfield really digging deep to take and hold on to that second place. And third place is up for grabs at the moment as they make their way down. So Sandringham will come across the line in first. Caulfield in second. It'll be Nunawading in third. Berwick. Sorry, my apologies. That was Diamond Valley, Berwick, Nunawading, Knox, Cranbourne, Geelong. So that's the second time final of the under-12 girls. We'll have the boys under-12 on the track in just a moment. Event number 4 is on the track. This is the under-12 boys 4x200 metres. In lane 1, we have Wodonga, 2 Ballarat, 3 Yarra Rangers, 4 Geelong B, 5 Knox B, 6 Geelong,
marks.
7 Mentone, and in lane 8, Whittlesea City.
Set.
So clean start in this first time final of the under-12 boys. Make their way round at the moment. Running strongly at the moment is the athletes in lane 6 there. That's Geelong. So they come in with a seated time of 2 minutes 2:37. So the fastest of, well, the second fastest of this race, Yarra Rangers in lane 3, come in with the fastest qualifier, which is just a fraction of a faster seated time of 0.024 in front of Geelong. So Geelong changed nice and clean there. Mentone also running very strong at the moment from lane 7. So Geelong at the moment running well. Whittlesea City running a great leg at the moment out in lane 8. Knox B starting to move up from lane 5. And Mentone in lane 7 too. But it is going to be Geelong that are going to take the baton first. So lane 6 will take it first. Whittlesea City, Mentone, Knox, Geelong, Ballarat, Yarra Rangers and Wodonga in that order. So Geelong at the moment still out in front. Knox B is starting to move up on the field from lane 5. So they come through that crossover. It's still Geelong out in front. Whittlesea City still running strong in second. Then Knox. The second Geelong team starting to tire a little bit there. And Ballarat moving up on the field. So Geelong here at the moment haven't really dropped the lead from get-go, so they're going to come through with 100 metres to go. Whittlesea City has a quick check over the shoulder to see how far everyone is behind him, but he's running a great leg there at the moment, the young man. Knox sitting in third, Mentone, Yarra Rangers, Ballarat, Geelong and Wodonga. So it'll be Geelong come across the line in first, Whittlesea City, Knox, Yarra Rangers, Mentone, Ballarat, Geelong and Wodonga. So they're the first of your time finals in the under-12 boys. The second time final is just on its way now.
Please have the Brighton team manager, that is the Brighton team manager, please make your way out to the yellow tent in the middle of the track. The Brighton team manager, please make your way out to the yellow Commonwealth bank tent in the middle of the track.
In the third position, our gold medalist today, representing Ashton Athletic Centre with time 2:03.91. Congratulations to girls from Essendon A.
So this is the second time final of the under-12 boys on the track. In lane 1 we have Chelsea, 2 Cranbourne, 3 Knox, 4 Box Hill, 5 Caulfield, 6 Diamond Valley, 7 Berwick, and in lane 8 Camberwell Malvern.
Set. Stand up, boys. Back to your cones. Lane 2 unsteady. Lane 8, brake, first and final warning. On your marks. Set.
Clean start away this time. Keep an eye on the athletes out from lane 6, Diamond Valley. They come through as our fastest qualifier with a time of 1:54.27. Knox held this title in 2023 and 24. But also probably going to expect Caulfield and Box Hill to be in the mix of the top 3 of competitors for this race. So as we come down into this change over here, it's going to be a really nice clean change by Diamond Valley. That's the line of sight we have at the moment. There are competitors coming to the rider screen in the moment that will come into shot. So it's Diamond Valley running a very, very strong race at the moment. Again, we mentioned they were the fastest qualifiers. They're actually 7th last year. So this is a huge improvement here for them to move up so well in the field. Also running very strong at the moment is out of Berwick in lane 7. Caulfield starting to move up on the infield. Keeping it in mind, they are in lane 5. So Caulfield will just take it probably equal with Berwick at the moment. But Diamond Valley still streaks ahead out in front. Knox running strong too, as is that of Cranbourne and Box Hill, and not too far behind them, that is Chelsea and Camberwell Malvern. So it's Diamond Valley in shot at the moment. They are out in front, very convincing. They've probably got about a 35-metre lead at the moment of the competitors in second place, that in Caulfield. So it's Diamond Valley at the moment, running very strongly right now. So they've got 100 metres to go at the moment. Not too far behind them is that of Caulfield. It looks like also Knox sitting in third. Cranbourne not too far behind them. It's Berwick and Box Hill as well. So it's going to be Diamond Valley right down to the line. They'll take this one out in first, and a gold medal to boot to that. Caulfield just hold on for second, maybe over Knox, Berwick, Cranbourne, Box Hill, Chelsea and Camberwell Malvern. So they're your competitors of the under 12 boys. Time final number 2, 4x200 metres. So we have event 5 now ready to commence. This is the girls under 9 4x200 metres. In lane 1 we have Geelong, 2 Ballarat, 3 Caulfield, 4 Chelsea, 5 Shepparton, 6 Cranbourne, 7 Yarra Rangers, and in lane 8 Berwick.
Set.
First state championship for these athletes here. So these under 9 girls will be ready and raring to go. No nerves at all. They've had a nice clean start here as they make their way round into the first changeover. So they've run 100 metres at the moment. Probably a very even field at the moment. Probably Cranbourne in lane 6. Just a little bit of a margin up on Yarra Rangers. So they're coming up to Yarra Rangers' shoulder now. So they'll probably come into this change as one of the first teams. But also I think it might be Caulfield from lane 3 also running very strongly too. So they just make it to this changeover now. They're just about there And Cranbourne changes nice and clear there. They probably would have gone first of the group. Berwick on the outside in lane 8 and Yarra Rangers there. We can see those three in shot. But as the stagger starts to move around, you'll see the other teams start to come into vision now. So it is Caulfield moving up strongly from lane 3 and also Chelsea from lane 4. So as they come down now, Berwick having a little bit of a look over her shoulder just to see how far and close the actual other competitors are coming up to her. But it's probably my pick at the moment, Shepparton, who might get close to changing first here. So it's going to be Shepparton and Chelsea probably equally changing. Then Berwick, Cranbourne, Yarra Rangers, Caulfield and Geelong. So the long legs of the Berwick athlete out there in lane 8 is probably got the slight advantage now of the competitors on her inside. But we do see Geelong starting to move up. Now they're in lane 1, so keep an indication, or the indication of that stagger works out that she comes past that crossover. She does have the advantage there. Caulfield running strongly too, and Berwick still in the mix there on the outside. You can see Chelsea in the red and black starting to move up too. So they'll take the baton there, but it is the competitors at the moment out in front. We'll just get some vision of who that is. The minor places are starting to really make some ground on the team leading out in front. She's running in lane 2 at the moment. She's going to have to move into 1, or these girls are going to come in on her inside at the moment. So Geelong at the moment probably just in front at the moment, but it's a scamper for the minors places right now. No one's going to give up on this one. On the inside, it does look like the Berwick athlete is just going to come through here. So it's going to be Berwick, Cranbourne, Geelong, Shepparton, Caulfield, Chelsea and Yarra Rangers. Our final competitor just not too far away now, making her way down, will be the competitor from Ballarat. So a huge congratulations to the girls under 9s in that first time final of 2 at their first state championship event. It is for Little Athletics Victoria. So second time final is coming up now. So if you've just joined us, this will be the top 8 competitors from the region qualifying round. Second time final is on the track in lane 1, Box Hill, 2, Brighton, 3, Keilor, 4, Knox, 5, Campbell or Malvern, 6, Sandringham, 7, Seaford, and in lane 8, we have Moorabbin.
Set.
So clean start away. So very interesting fact here. We've got 4 SMR centres in this race. So the Bayside community has some fine thoroughbred they've got breeding there at the moment. So to have that many competitors from one sort of regional area is very, very strong and makes the racing very interesting as well, probably from a perspective of these athletes moving up from a region to state round. So they probably have a bit of an idea of how the competitors went at their previous rounds. But some clean changing. They've been practicing their baton changing well, these young ladies. So as they make their way down, the second competitor of the team is starting to race around well at the moment. So Sandringham, fastest qualifier in this one, out of lane 6, are running very, very well. And they're going to come into the front straight with a pretty strong lead on the rest of this race. Running strongly on the outside is Moorabbin as well, but it is going to be Sandringham that will well and truly change the baton first. So it's going to be Sandringham They'll take this one first. Rabin running strongly, running on the inside well at the moment. This is Keilor. So Keilor, our second fastest qualifier. Knox in third. They'll change the bat in third as well. Campbell, Malvern, Brighton. And also Box Hill there in lane 1. So as they make their way down the back straight at the moment, it is still Sandringham at the moment running very well. Keilor starting to make a little bit of ground now. They've closed that gap quite significantly now. There's probably about 3 metres between the two girls as they come into this final change. The final change is going to tell a tale here. But both of them change very well. Sandringham the better of the two. Then Keilor in second. We'll just see if we can get vision of third place in a second. But Keilor starting to make some ground on Sandringham here. She's going to put the challenge up for this final straight in the final 100 metres of this race. So Keilor digging deep. Sandringham holding strong at the moment. Keilor staging the attack at the moment. She's actually succeeded there at the moment. So it's Keilor coming towards a finish. They're going to steal this from Sandringham. Taking out first Keilor. The silver medal will go to Sandringham. Knox, Box Hill. Seaford. With our final competitors just making their way across the line. So that's the second time final of the under-9 girls, 4x200 metres. And next event on the track is our under-9 boys. So the under-9 boys here, 2-time finals, top 16 athletes from the region qualifying rounds. We have on the track for you the competitors from 9th to 16th from the region rounds. And introducing the field to you now from lane 1, Ballarat, 2, Berwick, 3, Seaford, 4, Geelong B, 5, Doncaster, 6, Knox B, 7, Mornington, and in lane 8, Shepparton. So nice clean start for the competitors here in this first time final of the under-9 boys. Very, very close fastest qualifiers come out of this one here, but probably Seaford is just an edge on Geelong, Doncaster and Knox. So the way the seeding works in these events is that the fastest 4 competitors from the time final do take up the places from lanes 3 through to 6. Then we have the competitors in 5th and 6th, who basically have a random seed between lanes 7 and 8, and then 7 and 8 between 1 and 2. So that's how it works. So random seeding between 4 and 6 for the top 4 athletes. So strong racing at the moment there by the team from Seaford. So we mentioned Seaford before, came in with the fastest seeded time. So they're running very well. You think about the stagger here. They're going to come down to this bat and change first. While you'll see Shepparton on the outside coming down too. They've still got a little bit to get to that change. So Seaford, very clean change there. Knox, Geelong equally there. Mornington, Shepparton, Ballarat, Berwick and Doncaster. So the athletes will make their way around. Seaford really got a great lead at the moment. They'll come around towards that changeover or crossover zone as it is, where the cones are placed on the back straight. So Seaford's still running strongly now. Geelong B moved up on the field. And then I think we'll have possibly Berwick sitting there in third. Shepparton not too far behind them as well. But some great vision now from the camera at the moment. So we've got Seaford that changed first. The taller figure of Geelong sitting in second. And I believe it's either Ballarat or Berwick, but I do think it's Berwick there sitting in third. Might be Berwick in fourth, in actual fact. So it's Ballarat there actually challenging for the actual placing here at the moment. So Seaford's starting to tire. Ballarat's coming on the inside. The taller figure of Geelong on the outside at the moment. Seaford's found a bit of energy here. He really wants to hold on to this one now. He's having a little bit of a dig here, but Ballarat's got this one convincingly across the line. Ballarat, Seaford, Geelong, Berwick over Shepparton, Mornington, Knox, and Doncaster. So they're your competitors in the first time final of the under-9 boys, 4x200 metres. So our second time final is on the track now. This is our under-9 boys.
On your marks.
4x200 metres. So top 8 competitors from the region qualifying rounds here in this race.
Set.
From lane 1 we have Camberwell Malvern. We will put a break on this one here. The boys haven't heard it. They're focused entirely on this. So 3 refires to get their attention now. And they'll mosey back to the start line here. Small little warm-up. So we'll give them a moment just to get back, and then we'll introduce the field to you. So it's just a brief moment. You'll see them make their way back. Very clear focus of these young men.
Lane 7, unsteady.
So just unsteady for lane 7. You can see the starters out there just letting them know that this is a great personality of our starters, in the sense that they really get down to that eye level of the athletes, just to make sure the athletes are calm and the nerves are okay. So a little bit of assistance sometimes is always helpful.
Set.
So clean start away this time from lane 1, Campbell Malvern, 2 Caulfield, 3 Diamond Valley, 4 Knox, 5 Nuttawading, 6 Keilor, 7 Whittlesea City, and in lane 8 Essendon.
Starters, rotate.
So fastest qualifier out of this race. So again, this was the top 8 competitors from the region qualifying round, was Keilor. So they come in with a really quick time of 2:17.73. They're almost about 3 seconds ahead of the second fastest qualifier in Nuttawading. So that's lanes 6 and lane 5. So watch them as they come through that changeover. They're the ones you'll probably have vied out for the final places. Knox shouldn't be too far behind. Knox would have run against Nuttawading at their region round, and they were very close, only a second separating the 2 teams there. So 4, 5 and 6 are probably the ones to watch at the moment. Again, it's a bit deceiving at the moment there from Essendon out in lane 8, because there is a gap with those in Whittlesea City in between. So Keilor running very strongly right now as they come to this changeover. Knox running strongly too. We do expect Nuttawading to start moving up as well. So Keilor get that clean change, just a shy bit in front of Knox. And then Essendon. Nuttawading, Diamond Valley running very strongly at the moment. Caulfield on the inside, Whittlesea City and Camberwell Malvern there in lane 1. So as they make their way down the back straight, it is still Keilor running strongly. Knox starting to make some ground on Keilor, and Essendon running a really stellar race at the moment coming into this final change. We have got a yellow flag on this race at the moment, so stay tuned for that one. Keilor take it first at the moment. They come through that change over there. Then it's Knox. Probably third place will be equally between Nuttawading, Diamond Valley and Essendon. So it's Keilor coming through. 100 metres to go at the moment. Knox in second place. Nuttawading challenging for second at the moment. Diamond Valley in fourth. Then we've got Caulfield, but it'll be Keilor coming across the line in first. Nuttawading will steal second over Knox. Then we've got Diamond Valley Very close between Caulfield and Essendon there on the line, Camberwell, Malvern and Whittlesea City. So that's the time final number 2 of the under-9 boys, 4x200 metres. Event number 7 is on the track. This is the girls under 10, 4x200 metres. We have a full field of competitors here.
On your marks.
We'll allow the competitors to start and we'll introduce the field to you.
Set.
So event number 7, this is the first time final of 2 for the under 10 girls in lane 1, Caulfield, 2 Horsham, 3 Bendigo, 4 Diamond Valley, 5 Nuttawading, 6 Brighton, 7 Cranbourne B, and in lane 8 we have Geelong. So baton changing is the key here in these younger age groups here. You can make as much distance as you can in between the changeovers and really move up on a place as well. So probably say at the moment, Bendigo had a great change there, but also did that of Nuttawading in lane 5. So coming around at the moment, you can see Geelong closest to screen at the moment. Cranbourne B running a good race too. But the athletes on the centre of field at the moment, you probably keep an eye there on Brighton, Nuttawading and also Bendigo. So we're in close shot here to see who gets the baton first. It might be Nuttawading, even Cranbourne that are first. Bendigo made some good change ground there from lane 3. And Horsham not too far behind there, currently sitting in 8th place. So it is the centre of field we're going to keep an eye on here. Bendigo probably going to come to that crossover just marginally in front of Cranbourne B. So it's Bendigo and Cranbourne B at the moment. Coming into this final changeover now. So Cranbourne really going to put it up to Bendigo here at the moment. Geelong chasing down, then Keilor not too far behind them. Might be Brighton, I apologise there, not Keilor, they're actually not even in the race. So it is at the moment Bendigo, Cranbourne, Geelong and Brighton, Caulfield, Nuttawading and Diamond Valley as they come down. So Brighton are going to hold on to this one here. They're going to come down to the line in first place. Bit of a late burst here by the competitors from Brighton, but they won't quite catch Cranbourne. Geelong, Diamond Valley, Caulfield, Nuttawading and Horsham there in 8th place. So congratulations to the competitors in the first time final of 2 in the under 10 girls, 4x200 metres. So this is time final number 2 of the under 10 girls, 4x200 metres.
On your marks. Set.
So clean start away from lane 1. We have Berwick, 2 Collingwood, 3 Sandringham, 4 Cranbourne, 5 Doncaster C, 6 Mentone, 7 Camberwell Malvern, and in lane 8 Doncaster B. So Fastest qualifier in this race is Mentone, so they're also the winners of the 23-24 championship. They actually had a 10-second improvement on their time from last year's state championship. So do the math there, it's probably about 2.5 seconds per athlete. Sandringham had 12-second improvement and Cranbourne a 10-second improvement. So probably indicates some very good baton changing experience that's come through from these athletes. Keep in mind they've not done it as much in under 8s, but they come through in under 9s and under 10s. The difference in the margin for improvement is absolutely phenomenal. So coming down at the moment is lane 4, Cranbourne running very, very well. They are our 3rd fastest qualifier in this event. But Mentone, the fastest qualifiers, probably will take this just a bit after Cranbourne. So it'll be Cranbourne, Mentone. Doncaster fumble with it just a tiny bit. Their second team then takes the baton next. Camberwell, Malvern, Berwick, Sandringham and Collingwood. So it's Mentone chasing down the competitors from Cranbourne, still out in front at the moment. So a great race by Cranbourne. They've definitely hidden this one from everyone as they come through. So their qualifying time, they were second last year over to Mentone. So this is setting out a statement right at the moment. Cranbourne coming through, very strong racing in this final stages of this race. Mentone making a tiny little bit of ground at the moment. And then the team from Doncaster not too far behind them as well. So that'll be Doncaster's C. So it's Cranbourne. They're going to really come through strong. They're going to take out the gold medal in this event. Mentone in second. Doncaster, Berwick, Sandringham, Collingwood, Camberwell, Malvern and Doncaster B. So that's our second time final of the under 11 girls, under 10 girls, 4x200 metres. Event number 8 is on the track. This is the under 10 boys, 4x200 metres.
On your marks.
Full field in this race, and we'll introduce the athletes to you in just a short moment.
Set.
From lane 1, we have Albury, 2, Ballarat, 3, Sandringham B, 4, Camberwell, Malvern, 5, Essendon, 6, Williamstown, 7, Warragul. In lane 8, we have Geelong. So Essendon will be the fastest of this group of athletes here from the region qualifying round. They're running a strong race at the moment. They're from lane 5. So on the outside as well, it is Geelong that have probably run a really strong first leg there. Warragul 2 and Williamstown from lane 6. So at the moment you can see Geelong out there in lane 8. The athletes will move away from the stagger. Essendon running strongly 2 and Williamstown from lane 6. So Williamstown and Essendon probably very even at the moment as they come down. They'll make the ground on the Geelong athlete and they probably will change just before them. Williamstown probably the better of the two. So Williamstown look like they might change first. Essendon, Geelong, Sandringham, Warragul, Camberwell, Malvern, Ballarat, Albury. So Sandringham's starting to move up on the field at the moment. That's Sandringham B. They come in with a seated time of 2:16.09. Williamstown still just out in front, and challenging them on the outside is that of Geelong. So Williamstown and Geelong, they both would have run together at the region event. There's not a lot of difference between their times. So 2:16.34 and 2:16.65. So there's a real mix-up for that there. Geelong probably had the better change of the two now. They're going to come in front now. Williamstown chasing them down. Then Sandringham, Camberwell, Malvern sitting in fourth. So Geelong at the moment really starting to strive towards the finish line here. Sandringham getting a little bit of a burst, but Williamstown's finding some extra energy in this one here. And he's going to put up the challenge to Geelong here. But he might just have those longer legs there, the athlete from Williamstown. So Williamstown and Geelong will tussle it out for first. Sandringham, Camberwell, Malvern, Essendon, Ballarat. And our regional teams of Albury and Warragul taking up the minor places. So that's the first of two time finals for the under 10 boys, 4x200 metres.
On your marks.
Time final number 2 on the track of the under 10 boys, 4x200 metres.
Set.
And a clean start away in the second time final of the under 10 boys. In lane 1 we have Keilor, 2 Ringwood, 3 Whittlesea City, 4 Sandringham, 5 Knox, 6 Cranbourne, 7 Chelsea, and in lane 8 we have Mornington. So running a pretty good race at the moment. Will probably be Knox there in lane 5. Coming down the back straight. Also the competitors possibly on the outside there from Mornington running a really strong first leg. But it'll be probably, I'd say, Cranbourne, who might have taken the baton first there, and they're going to make their way around that bend. Running a really strong bend at the moment is the athlete from Cranbourne. Whittlesea City 2, not running too badly also, but it'll be Cranbourne at the moment coming into this one. They were the 4th fastest qualifier from the region qualifying round. This athlete has run a great 200-metre leg here. Sandringham starting to move up on the pack as well. Chelsea on the outside, Mornington. So it'll be Cranbourne and Sandringham taking it equally as quick. Sandringham probably fumbled that one just a little bit. It's going to cost them some ground. Knox on their outside have moved up, as has Whittlesea City as well. So they make their way around the bend here. The fastest qualifier are Whittlesea City, so they're starting to come into the mix right now. You can see the taller figure of the athlete there, closest to camera now. On his outside is that the competitor, I believe, from Sandringham. But Cranbourne still out in front. Whittlesea City starting to make some ground. And Knox too in that mix. See who gets the best baton change out of that one. Cranbourne get out of the trouble there. Knox chasing down in second. Whittlesea City, Sandringham and Mornington also in that mix. So Sandringham running a really strong bend at the moment, as is the competitor at the moment from Knox, really putting the challenge down to the athlete from Cranbourne. So Knox are going to come into the straight front first. There'll be the athlete there from Knox who's not going to give up on this one here. So Knox came through as the third fastest qualifier for this event. Cranbourne not giving up too easy, but it'll be Knox taking it out first over Cranbourne. Mornington in third. Chelsea, Sandringham, Whittlesea City, Keilor and Ringwood. Great racing there by those competitors in that final leg. Probably race of the day so far, I'd probably say. So they were your under 10 boys. We will be moving up now to the under 13 girls, where we'll also have 2 time finals. So these 4x200 metre events have 16 qualifiers from the regional round. If you've only recently joined us, the first heat of the girls, or the first time final, will be the competitors placed from 9th to 16th from the region qualifying round.
On your marks. Set.
So clean start away here. This is time final number 1 of 2 in the under 13 girls, event number 9. In lane 1, Bendigo, 2, Ballarat, 3, Geelong, 4, Nuttawading, 5, Mornington, 6, Keilor, 7, Diamond Valley, and in lane 8 we have Cranbourne. So Geelong from lane 3 probably has the best leg here at the moment. They're running down towards this changeover. They do, I believe they might get the baton first, or one of the first there. There are other competitors out in the outside lanes, probably that of Keilor in lane 6. It also had a great changeover too. So it'll be Keilor possibly coming into the straight first. Not too far behind them will be that of Mornington and also Geelong in lane 3. So Keilor strongly running at the moment, being chased down on the outside by Diamond Valley and Cranbourne. So they come up over to this changeover here. It will be Keilor that goes first, then Diamond Valley, Geelong, Cranbourne, Mornington, Nuttawading, Bendigo and Ballarat in lane 2. So do expect Nuttawading to start possibly moving up onto this group. They did come with our second fastest qualifying time, but they're still a little bit back at the moment of the rest of these competitors. So running strongly still out in front is that of Keilor, Geelong and Diamond Valley. So Keilor almost seamlessly changed that one, Geelong. Then we've got the competitors from Diamond Valley sitting in third, starting to move up on the field as well. Cranbourne, Mornington. And then Nuttawading not too far behind them. So Keilor starting to tie, but still going to take this one down to the line. They should take out first. Geelong will just hold on for second over Diamond Valley, Mornington, Cranbourne, Nuttawading, Ballarat and Bendigo. They're your competitors in the first of 2 time finals for the under 13 girls, 4x200 metres. Time final number 2 on the track for the under 13 girls, 4x200 metres. In lane 1, we have Whittlesea City, 2 Melton City, 3 Brighton, 4 Mentone, 5 Caulfield, 6 Berwick, 7 Box Hill, and in lane 8 we have Frankston.
On your marks.
So 3 of the top 4 in this race come from centres in SMR. So we had that very similar race in one of the I think the under 9 girls before. So some great depth there in the Bayside community. But Berwick come through as the 3rd fastest qualifier in this race, so keep an eye out for Berwick. They would have raced against nobody else at their region that was competitive. So they will put this up to the challenge. So again, your competitors from the inside, Whittlesea City, Melton City, Brighton, Mentone, Caulfield, Berwick, Box Hill and Frankston. So nice and strong running at the moment, that from Berwick. Coming down the back straight there from lane 6. On their inside, Caulfield, who are the fastest qualifiers, start to move up on the group as well. So see how those 2 teams change. Caulfield, nice clean change. Berwick, not too bad at all as well. So as they come around now in this second leg, they've run almost 300 metres of this race here. And the competitors out in lane 8 from Frankston also running very well at the moment. So it's Berwick who I think will probably just be slightly behind Caulfield, but they're going to come in and change over this now here. So it is Caulfield stretching ahead at the moment. Caulfield will change first, just in front of Frankston, Berwick, Box Hill, Brighton, Mentone, Whittlesea City and Melton City. So running this third leg at the moment, it is Caulfield just in front at the moment. They were the winners in 23 and 24, and they are the fastest qualifiers as well. So Caulfield left a screen there at the moment. Do change over first. Berwick moves up in second at the moment. I told you to watch out for Berwick before, and I don't think they're going to disappoint us here and really bring this down to the line. In the third place there, I do believe that team might be that of Frankston, who've run a great race here at the moment. So it's Caulfield at the moment. Berwick digging deep to challenge in for second at the moment. So I did have them in my notes as coming down to the line here, and they're really going to bring it in. So it's going to be Caulfield just over Berwick. Great race by Berwick there. Frankston, Brighton, Mentone, just over Whittlesea City, Melton City and Box Hill. So that was a great race there by the under-13 girls, 4x200 metres. For those that are joining us in the live stream, we remind you to jump onto Results Hub. So lavic.resultshub.com.au. That'll show you where the consolidated results and times of all competitors or all teams after each race has been run. So keep in mind that it will show you first the first race of the second competitor, so the 9th through to 16th. But then once that next race is run, then it will consolidate them through to top 1 to 16 based on their time in this final. So it doesn't dismiss anyone from the second or for the first time final moving up in their place, especially if they run a strong time that challenges the competitors from the second time final. So that's the way time finals work. You only race once in the race. There is no heats to finals. It is consolidated results from time finals. Athletes at these events have the opportunity to run in up to 4 events. So that could be a single gender, a medley, or a mixed gender. So we have mixed genders in the 4x1 and the 4x2. We have medleys in the individual gender age groups.
On your marks.
So this is event number 10 on the track, the under-13 boys, 4x200 metres, time final number 1.
Set.
In lane 1, we have Cranbourne, 2 Corio, 3 Horsham, 4 Box Hill, 5 Oakley, 6 Brighton, 7 Doncaster. In lane 8, we have Shepparton.
Just an announcement for all those that park in the retirement homes next door. You do need to move your car. Unfortunately, the council has been called and there will be tickets.
So Box Hill running strongly at the moment. They probably change first to the group. We've got a couple of teams on our outside. Doncaster stretching nice and far and wide for that one there on their outside in lane 7. But at the moment it is Box Hill running strongly from lane 4. On their outside, Brighton in lane 6 also running very well, as is Doncaster in 7 and Shepparton out in lane 8. Moving up on the field as well is a taller figure from Horsham in lane 3. So they'll come into the mix also, but it'll be Brighton that go first, just over Horsham, Box Hill, Doncaster, Oakley, Shepparton, Corio and Cranbourne. So there's obviously some very good water in Horsham. The athletes are nice and tall, so not too sure what they're feeding them down there, but we've got some height here in the Horsham team at the moment. They take the baton first at that changeover. Then we've got Box Hill. I believe it's Brighton, Cranbourne. They're second, third and fourth. But streaks ahead at the moment is that of Horsham coming down into the final stages of this race. We'll have to keep an eye on their time as well. They should actually be able to move up in amongst this top 8 as well once they get there. So they're racing a time right here. So great racing by Horsham in first. Cranbourne will take second. Box Hill, Brighton, Doncaster, Oakley, Shepparton and Corio. So that's the first of 2 time finals for the under 13 boys. And we'll be up with time final number 2 in just a short moment. So time final number 2 is on the track of the under 13 boys 4x200 metres. We'll just get an all clear on our changeover zones just to make sure everyone's ready to go. And we'll introduce the field to you. So from lane 1 we have Bendigo, 2 Collingwood, 3 Mentone, 4 Essendon, 5 Campbell or Malvern, 6 Sandringham, 7 Berwick, and in lane 8 we have Whittlesea City. So Bendigo from lane 1. Bendigo actually won this event in 23-24, so don't come in with the fastest seated time, but most likely should probably be a bit of a surprise packet in this one, I do expect. Fastest qualifier comes out of lane 5 in Campbell or Malvern, so they're the red and the blue. So red shorts, blue top. And Essendon in their traditional colours of red and black in lane 4. They're the second fastest qualifiers.
Set.
So clean start away here from lane 1 again. Bendigo, 2 Collingwood, 3 Mentone, 4 Essendon, 5 Campbell or Malvern, 6 Sandringham, 7 Berwick, and in lane 8 Whittlesea City. So some great racing at the moment here. Probably Essendon will come in through first to that changeover. So we'll just keep an eye on those changeovers here. Starting to tire as they get there. Essendon do take it first. Probably then Campbell or Malvern, who are our second fastest qualifier. Sandringham running strongly too at the moment in this second leg. So Sandringham probably the pick of the bunch in this particular leg here. They'll come into this 100 metres straight, probably first, just marginally in front of Essendon at the moment. We'll get some better vision of how this changeover will actually work, but it will be probably Sandringham that are going to take this first. So Essendon probably just over Sandringham. So Essendon, Sandringham, Berwick, Whittlesea City. Sandringham have dropped the baton. They've picked it back up now. Campbell or Malvern, Collingwood, Mentone, Bendigo. So it can just be that. It can be a drop of the baton that changes it all quite significantly. So Sandringham were the third fastest qualifier. This could almost cost them a medal, but this is the name of the game, and they're going to just have to really dig deep and get back into this mix. Essendon well and truly out in front at the moment. In front of Berwick, I think it is there in second place. Then Campbell or Malvern in third. Whittlesea City also running very strongly at the moment. And it's all about Essendon here, the yellow and black coming, sorry, the yellow and black, it's actually the red and black coming down towards the finish. Berwick digging deep now in second place. Campbell or Malvern running out of legs. Whittlesea City trying to chase them down. But it will be Essendon taking out this first place gold medal also. Berwick in second. Campbell or Malvern, Whittlesea City, Bendigo. Great finish there by Sandringham, Mentone and Collingwood. So Congratulations to those under 13 boys, 4x200 metres, second time final. Event number 11 is on the track. This is the under 14 girls 4x200 metres. Two-time finals here. The first of the two in lane 1. We have Nuttawading, 2 Geelong B, 3 Cranbourne, 4 Werribee, 5 Keilor, 6 Essendon, 7 Shepparton, and in lane 8 we have Yarra Rangers.
On your marks. Set.
So clean start away here. Probably a great start there by Essendon off the blocks very quickly. So they're going to move up onto the competitors on their outside from Shepparton quite swiftly. And on the infield at the moment as well, running very strongly is that from Cranbourne in lane 3. Nuttawading from lane 1 also starting to make some very early ground as they come into this first changeover block as well. So keeping an eye out for who might change first. It might be Essendon there, and very closely, not too far behind them, will be Cranbourne and Nuttawading as well. So coming around, the races tend to be a little bit split into two groups at the moment. The competitors out in front at the moment of Essendon in the lane 6, running a very, very good race. But Nuttawading from lane 1 also, as they come around, will actually start to pick up some of that stagger too. So it's Essendon that are probably going to clearly change first at the moment. They need to hold on to this baton change and make sure it's nice and smooth. So they'll take that first. So Essendon will take the baton first, then Shepparton, Nuttawading, Yarra Rangers, Werribee, Keilor, Geelong, Cranbourne, in that order. So it's Essendon running very strongly at the moment. They're well and truly out in front at the moment, probably about 40 metres on the rest of their competitors. Cranbourne starting to move up on the field. On their outside, Shepparton, and also I believe it might be Shepparton too. So they're not too far behind in that mix as well. So Essendon, it is all about them right now. The previous race also was the same case. So it's Essendon out in front. They've probably got about 40 metres on the rest of the competitors. Geelong running a strong final leg here, coming in second at the moment. So Essendon could possibly shave off some of that time as she moves into the inside lanes, but she's quite confident out there in lane 3. She'll come across the line in first place. Shepparton, strong finish there. They'll take out second. Cranbourne, Geelong, Nuttawading, Werribee, Yarra Rangers and Keilor. So that's the first of 2-time finals for the under 14 girls. Our second time final will be up in just a moment. The next event on the track is the second time final of the under 14 girls, 4x200 metres.
On your marks.
In lane 1, we have Berwick, 2 Ballarat, 3 Geelong, 4 Knox, 5 Sandringham, 6 Whittlesea City, 7 Box Hill, and in lane 8 we have Bendigo.
Set.
So great start for the competitors here. Whittlesea City probably had a really good start there. They come through as the third fastest qualifier. Geelong in lane 3 are our fastest qualifier, and running a great leg is the Geelong athlete there along the back straight. Knox in lane 4, they're the second fastest qualifier. They were the state champions last year in 23-24. And Whittlesea City having that third fastest qualifier, were actually 6th last year. So they've really moved up into the mix. So some great work between the girls of that team. And they are coming down at the moment, this second leg, not going to deny themselves a very strong lead coming in to this second changeover. Geelong starting to move up, Knox on their outside as well. So it's going to be possibly Whittlesea City that might change first, maybe Knox in second. So it'll be Whittlesea City, Geelong, Knox, Berwick, Bendigo, Box Hill, Sandringham, and Ballarat, I believe. So the tussle's on along the back straight at the moment between Geelong, the very prominent pink ribbon that the girls wear. All their teams have it. It's a little bit of a catchphrase there they have. So they'll change first just in front of Whittlesea City. Equal distance will be the third team just coming into vision now, who I believe might be Sandringham. It may be even Knox, my apologies. So it'll be Geelong, Whittlesea City and Knox. Equal distance. Geelong really stretching ahead right now. The competitor from Geelong, she'll come across the line first. Whittlesea City in second. Knox not too far behind. Berwick, Sandringham, Bendigo, Box Hill over Ballarat. Just great strong racing by that last Ballarat competitor to make up some significant distance, but not just enough to make it across the line. But well done to the girls of the under 14. 4x200 metres time final number 2. Next event on the track is event number 12. That's the boys under 14 4x200 metres.
All right, boys, I think we're done. You can make your way. Thank you very much, and thank you very much again for your patience.
On your marks.
So event number 12, as mentioned before, this is the under 14 boys, 4x200 metres. In lane 1, we have Shepparton, 2 Camperdown, 3 Essendon, 4 Knox B, 5 Nuttawading, 6 Keilor, 7 Whittlesea City, and in lane 8 we have Western Metro Region.
Set.
So clean start away. We do often have a composite team of competitors where there's not enough athletes to fill a centre team. So this is the first of the region teams we're going to see today, and there are a few out there in a number of races throughout the day. So Western Metro Region, you would have to be a member of a centre within that region to make up a team. But it just ensures that competitors from centres that don't have enough athletes in their age group still get the opportunity to run at these types of events. So Whittlesea City at the moment running very well out there in lane 7 on their outside Western Metro Region, but starting to move up on the field at the moment is Nuttawading in lane 5. Essendon on their inside in lane 3, and Keilor not too far behind as well on the outside. So it's possibly going to be Whittlesea City that'll change this just in front of Western Metro region. Nuttawading, Essendon, Keilor, Knox, Shepparton and Camperdown. So Whittlesea City at the moment out in front. Essendon not too far behind. Nuttawading, Western Metro and Keilor. They're your competitors of the top 5 at the moment, probably coming down into that final change. So a nice clean change there by Whittlesea City. Essendon, Nuttawading starting to move up. Keilor not too far behind. And Western Metro also having a great final leg as well. So Nuttawading probably ideally should be moving into the inside just to make up some ground here on this final stage of this race. But it's going to come down to the line here. Essendon going to take this one over Whittlesea City. Nuttawading next. Keilor, Western Metro, Knox, Shepparton and Camperdown. And next event on the track is final number 2 of the under 14 boys. So this one probably is, I've marked this one down to be a hot contest. So I think there's a bit of a reason for this and we'll jump into that in just a moment. So we do have a full field of competitors. In lane 1 we have Doncaster, 2 Berwick, 3 Geelong, 4 Caulfield, 5 Knox, 6 Waverley, 7 Oakley, and in lane 8 we have Werribee.
Set.
Okay, so this race actually has our 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th competitors from last year's championship. So Knox in lane 5 were actually 1st last year. Werribee was 2nd, Geelong were 3rd, Caulfield were 4th and Waverley were 5th. Now we flip it around a little bit now. Geelong comes through as the fastest qualifier, Knox the 2nd fastest qualifier and Waverley, who were 5th last year, come in as the 3rd fastest qualifier. So it is going to be a hot contest here. These boys have had years of experience in their baton changing, so you would hope that there's no fumbling and no mismatch here as they make their way down towards this 2nd change. So at the moment, Werribee running strongly, but it is Knox on the 2nd fastest qualifier 1st last year that are coming through. They're going to change first. Knox over Werribee, then Waverley, Geelong, Berwick, Caulfield, Oakley, Doncaster in that order. So it's Knox out in front at the moment, Waverley chasing them down as they make their way down towards the back straight. Geelong starting to move through as well. So Geelong with the fastest qualifier in this one here. So you would expect that they're going to start to make their move into this final change. So Knox, Geelong, Waverley, Berwick, Caulfield, Doncaster, Oakley, bit of a fumble there with the baton, and then Werribee. But it's Knox coming down towards the line. They're not going to give this one up very easily here. Geelong still have made a little bit of ground here, but not quite enough to take away the gold medal from Knox. So it'll be Knox to come across the line in 1st. Geelong in 2nd. Berwick will take bronze. Waverley 4th. Caulfield 5th. Doncaster. Oakley and Werribee. So they're your competitors in the under 14 boys, time final number 2 of the 4x200 metres. it. Number
On
13
your
is
marks.
on the track. This is the under 15 girls, 4 by 200 metres. Time final number 1. In lane 1, we have Geelong, 2 Frankston, 3 Cranbourne, 4 Albury, 5 Coburg, 6 Oakley, 7 Keilor B. And in lane 8, we have Brimbank.
Set. Stand up, girls. Back to the cones. Lane 3, unsteady. On your marks. Set.
So clean start away this time from the inside. Geelong, Cranbourne, Albury, Coburg, Oakley, Keilor B and Brimbank. So Frankston are scratching from lane 2. And the fastest qualifier from the region qualifying rounds probably comes from lane 6 in Oakley. So you can just see Oakley just come into shot there as they make their way into this first changeover. So great change out there by Keilor out in lane 7. So that's Keilor B's team at the moment as they make their way around. We will feature their fastest qualifying team in the next race as they make their way around. So it's Keilor very convincingly at the moment out in front. Coburg currently sitting in second. Probably then Cranbourne just on the shoulder of Albury there in lane 4. So as they make the change here, it will be Keilor that changes first. Then Coburg, Cranbourne, Albury, Oakley, Berwick, Geelong. So Keilor just in front. Coburg starting to move up now. Cranbourne also there on the inside, but it is going to be Coburg at the moment in this third leg who are just marginally in front. The athlete will go into her final changeover now with probably about 1.5 meters in front of Cranbourne. Albury still sitting in third, and then Keilor not too far after. Cranbourne have dropped the baton now, so they'll lose some ground there on that front position from Coburg. So they're going to have some chasing now to catch up here. So Albury sneak into second there, then Keilor. Cranbourne starting to move up on the group. Then we've got Oakley, Geelong, and Brimbank. So it's all about Coburg here in this first time final of the under 15 girls. They'll come across the line in first. Albury will take out second. Keilor, Oakley, Cranbourne, Brimbank and Geelong.
On your marks.
So this is time final number 2 on the track of the under 15 girls. In lane 1, Yarra Rangers, 2 Echuca Moama, 3 Keilor, 4 Western Country Region, 5 Caulfield, 6 Mentone, 7 Brighton, and in lane 8 we have Berwick.
Set.
So an interesting fact in this one, we have 2 teams with the equal fastest qualifying time. 2 totally different regions as well, that is. So that's Keilor and Caulfield coming with a seated time of 1:48.22. Caulfield were winners in 23 and 24. Keilor were actually 5th in 23-24. So a great move up on the field by Keilor. So do keep an eye out for them as they come in to this second leg of this race. Running strongly at the moment, the athletes, the team from Keilor on the inside are running very, very well. The outside we can see that of Brighton and Berwick. So Berwick out in lane 8, currently in front just slightly. Caulfield starting to move up there. Our fastest qualifier equaling with Keilor. So the two teams there should become quite equal towards these final stages. Caulfield are going to change first. Keilor second. Then we probably have Western Country region. And then on the outside, Berwick and Brighton. So Keilor still just in front of... Caulfield just still in front of Keilor as they come around. And Keilor coming to that crossover first. So it's going to be Keilor, Caulfield, Western Country region. So Keilor make clean change of that baton. Caulfield also, Western Country region. Great racing by them as well. So at the moment it is still Keilor just holding on to first place at the moment. Caulfield trying to make some ground, but they're not going to quite get there, I don't think. So it's going to be Keilor digging deep towards the finish here. Western Country region coming off with a great finish at the moment, but it will be Keilor taking across the line first. They'll take out gold. Caulfield, Western Country region. Berwick, Mentone, Brighton, Achikamoama, and Yarra Rangers. So that's the under 15 girls, 4x200 metres, time final number 2.
On your marks.
So on the track we have event number 14, which is the boys under 15s 4x200 metres, time final number 1. In lane 4, Keilor, 5 Southern Metro region, 6 Keilor and 7 Ballarat. So lane 3 from Berwick is a scratching.
Set.
So false start there, I believe, from Southern Metro region. We'll just wait for the athletes to come back to the start line for a reset.
Can we please get the Frankston and the team manager? Team manager from Frankston, you can please go directly to the call room. You've got the Frankston team manager, and you can go to the call room, please.
Lane 5, unsteady. On your marks. Set.
Can we please get the under 14 girls teams from Geelong
So often racing away in this first time final of the under 15 boys. So again, lane 4, Keilor, 5, Southern Metro Region, 6, Keilor B, and in lane 7 we have Ballarat. So nice clean changes there for the athletes there. Keilor probably got the pick of the bunch there, closely followed by their second team, Keilor B, in lane 6. So it's a 2 Keilor teams at the moment out in front. Southern Metro Region not too far behind. And coming into shot very shortly, we should see that of Ballarat in lane 7. So it's Keilor A at the moment, just a margin over Keilor B. So Keilor A will take the baton first from lane 4. Keilor B in 6, then Southern Metro not too far behind. And then Ballarat just now changing over. So third leg of this race at the moment, running very well at the moment by that of the Keilor teams out in 1 and 2. Southern Metro still sitting in 3rd at the moment, and Ballarat sitting in 4th. So the Keilor teams out in front. We've got one just about to change over, if not changed over already. Coming around the top of the bend. We'll just get that one into shot in just a second. Cameron doing great work there. They're moving like lightning at the moment, Keilor, so a little bit to catch up there on that one. They'll come through. You can just see the second Keilor team just at the top of the bend now. They've probably got out a 60 or 70 metre lead, to be honest, Keilor A. So Keilor A will come across the line. They'll take out first place. Should possibly move up into the mix as well of the top 8 as well. So we'll see how that goes. Keilor B just holding off. Great finish by Ballarat to come through from 4th through into 3rd, and in 4th place we have Southern Metro Region. So that's the first of 2 time finals for the under 15 boys, 4x200 metres.
Just another call for the under 14 girls, 4x2 teams from Geelong and Knox. If you can make your way to the presentation area, please. The under 14 girls teams, Geelong A, Knox A, to the presentation area.
So second time final on the track for the under
On your marks.
15 boys, 4x200 metres. Lane 1 and 2 are vacant, so scratchings from Werribee and Ringwood. In lane 3 we have Waverley, 4 Berwick, 5 Sandringham, 6 Berwick B, 7 Diamond Valley, and in lane 8 we have Caulfield. So the Berwick team, we do expect them to take these out first and second. In actual fact, they do have the fastest
boys.
and second
Back to the cones.
fastest qualifying time. So Berwick A, they were the title holders last season in 23 and 24. Diamond Valley, who are out in lane 7, they don't have one of our fastest qualifying times, but they actually were the silver medalists in 23 and 24. And Waverley, probably with our 4th fastest qualifier, they were actually 3rd last year. So Sandringham's probably the surprise packet to watch here in this one. They were 8th in 23 and 24, but they're actually sitting in with our 3rd fastest qualifier. So keep an eye on them to chase down Berwick. So Berwick A and Berwick B obviously would have ideally run against each other at the same region event. But Sandringham running at a separate region may not have been challenged by anyone so much. So do expect them to come up in and around the mix as well.
So they're saying that lane 3 is
Lane 3, break. First and final warning. Lane 5, unsteady. On your marks. Set.
Clean start away here for the athletes in the second time final of the under 15 boys 4x200 metres. Racing well at the moment is the team from Diamond Valley out there in lane 7. Probably pick of the group at the moment, but also that Berwick team in lane 4. They are the ones to watch as well. They are the title holders from last year, and they're running very, very well. Do expect these baton changes to be completely seamless by this age group, and they do come around in this second leg running very, very strongly. Diamond Valley still running strongly at the moment as well, out in lane 7. But Berwick's starting to make their move now on the rest of the field. So Diamond Valley and Berwick will change almost simultaneously now. Sandringham next, Caulfield, Berwick B, and Waverley in that order. So it is Berwick at the moment. They've now snuck and taken over this lead really well at the moment. Diamond Valley's starting to tire a little bit. The team from Berwick, the second team from Berwick, now starting to move up into that silver medal place as well. Sandringham also running very well, who they were third fastest qualifier from the region qualifying rounds. We did mention them before to see how they'll come up into the mix here with these Berwick teams. But this Berwick team is almost untouchable here as they make their way down with about 80 metres to go. Jets have been turned off, had a little bit of a look over the shoulder to see if his teammate's on his way, which he is. Berwick will come across the line in first. That's Berwick A. Second place will go to Berwick B. Diamond Valley sneak it home for third. Sandringham in fourth. Waverley and Caulfield. So that's your under 15 boys, 4x200 metres, time final number 2. Please make sure you jump onto Results Hub to view results and consolidated results of our events. So Results Hub, lavic.resultshub.com.au. Our next event on the track is a straight final in actual fact. So this is the under 16 girls, 4x200 metres. So we're going to have a couple of straight finals today. I think 3 in fact. The rest are timed finals. So we'll just get some vision on the teams that are here just to see if there's any scratchings. So we do have a full field here. So we don't have a competitor assigned for lane 1. But in lane 2, we have Seymour, 3 Seaford, 4 Keilor, 5 Corio, 6 Knox, 7 Essendon, and in lane 8 we have Williamstown.
On your marks.
So a little bit of a VBP watch in this one here for the team from Corio. So Corio ran a time of 1:47.40 at their region qualifying round. And the record is 1:46.49. So that was actually broken last year by Sandringham. So it is under threat here today if Corio run as expected.
On your marks. Set.
So clean start away in this straight final of the under 16 girls, event number 15, which is the 4x200 metres. In lane 2, Seymour, 3 Seaford, 4 Keilor, 5 Corio, 6 Knox, 7 Essendon, and in lane 8, Williamstown. So Williamstown there in far left of shot at the moment, running well. Keilor running very well at lane 4 at the moment, and Corio starting to make their move now up on the here in this race. So great racing here by the athlete from Corio there in lane 5 at the moment. She's going to come down into the straight here, pass the baton into her fellow competitor. Now they are chasing Victorian best performance time here at the moment, and they're setting the standard really high right now, opening up with a great lead. So nice clean change by Corio. Keilor will change second. Then we'll have Knox, Williamstown, Seymour, Essendon and Seaford. So it is Corio running well down the back straight at the moment. Keilor trying to make some ground there on them, as well as the team from Knox in lane 6. So it's Corio out in front. They're going to need to make this change nice and clean and really strive ahead now as well. So big stretch there by the Corio athlete to make that baton change. I actually didn't even see the change take place. So very, very good there. So Corio being chased down by Keilor at the moment. So Keilor come through as that second fastest qualifier. I think whoever wins this race may be on a Victorian best performance watch 100%. It's Keilor narrowly in front of Corio at the moment. So it's Keilor at the moment taking across the line in first. Corio in second. Knox in third. Seaford just holding on over Williamstown. Seymour and Essendon. That's our under 16 girls 4x200 metre final. So next event on the track is event number 16, which is coincidentally the boys under 16 4x200 metres. Victorian best performance in this race is 1:35.85, set in 2024 by Keilor. In lane 2, we have Berwick, 3 Mentone, 4 Coburg, 5 Doncaster, 6 Altona and 7 Bacchus Marsh. No teams are assigned for lanes 1 and 8 in this race, so we have a full field. So clean start away in this race here. Probably keep an eye out for the teams from lanes 3, 4 and 5 probably. Fastest qualifier in this time final comes through from Doncaster in lane 5. So Doncaster at a time of 1:50.29 at their region qualifying round. So a number of different combinations in these age groups here as well. Heights and sizes are very unique in this development age of these young men. So we will see some very taller figures. We'll see some smaller figures, but they start to level out as they get to under 17s as well. So don't deny the smaller chaps here in this race. They are quite good pocket rockets as well. But it's Bacchus Marsh are going to take this one, that nice clean changeover first. Doncaster will be next in line. Mentone, Equally then as good is Berwick, Coburg and Altona. They were very even, those three teams. So Bacchus Marsh still out in front well and truly at the moment. So they come into the seated time of 1:54. So Coburg and Doncaster are the ones I'd probably expect to start to move up maybe. But at the moment, Bacchus Marsh are outdoing themselves very, very well out in front. So it's Bacchus Marsh, Doncaster, Berwick, Corio, Mentone and Altona changing in that order. So it's a team from Bacchus Marsh now coming down who are going to well and truly convincingly take out first place in this first time final of 2. They'll come across the line in first, Doncaster in second, Berwick in third, then Coburg, Mentone and Altona. So once again, that's the first of 2 time finals for the under 16 boys, 4x200 metres.
Not bad for number 14. Thanks. Give us a smile. Well done, boys. Fantastic. Well done. And all the best for the rest of the day.
So time final number 2 is on the track. This is our under 16 boys, 4x200 metres. So we are getting to the tail end of the gender 4x2s. We'll jump into our mixed 4x2s very, very soon. So that'll be our second event block of 5. Only a fraction part through the day. So our last event is scheduled for 7:30. So if you have been with us since the commencement of commentary, we thank you. And for those that wish to stay with us, we also appreciate. Does sound like the starters' whistles had enough already, so we'll see if that can last the rest of the day. Something to keep us sane, no doubt. So introducing the field for this second time final from lane 1, we have Cranbourne, 3 Frankston, 4 Waverley, 5 Keilor, 6 Essendon, 7 Craigieburn, and in lane 8 Shepparton. So I think that's the first time we see Craigieburn appear today, so welcome to Craigieburn. I think all our other teams have appeared more than once, some well and truly more than once. So fastest qualifier in this event will come from lane 4, that's Waverley. They are also the reigning champions in this event from seasons 23 and 24.
On your marks. Set.
So clean start away once again from 1 Cranbourne, 3 Frankston, 4 Waverley, 5 Keilor, 6 Essendon, 7 Craigieburn, and in lane 8 Shepparton. So Waverley are the ones to watch in this one here, already moving up on the field on the inside. They're in lane 4. And they've already made a statement here in this first leg of this race. So watch for their change. Nice and clean as they go around into the second leg here. They are well and truly probably around about 3 seconds on the rest of the field if we go to the comparative results of the region qualifying rounds. So they measure up well at the moment. You do expect this changeover to be nice and clean also. So they change over clean. Keilor second, Essendon, Craigieburn, Shepparton, Cranbourne and Frankston. So Waverley running very, very well at the moment. Keilor running a good race too, as is Essendon and also Craigieburn there on the outside. Starting to move up on the inside a little bit is that of Frankston, closely followed by Cranbourne and Shepparton. But it's all about Waverley here as they make their way with 150 metres to go. It's Waverley, Keilor, Essendon starting to make some ground on Keilor at the moment. So they're going to really put that challenge in for the silver medal here. Craigieburn in 4th and Frankston in 5th. But it is Waverley here, going to come across the line here. They'll take out first. Essendon will be 2nd, Keilor 3rd, Craigieburn, Frankston, Shepparton and Cranbourne not too far across the line now. So that's the under 16 boys 4x200 metres time final number 2. Next event on the track is event number 17. This is the under 17 girls 4x200 metre time final number 1. In lane 2, we have Western Metro Region, 3 Yarra Rangers, 4 Leongatha, 5 Cranbourne, and in lane 6 we have Keilor B. So clean start away here, which is event number 17 to the under 17 girls, 4x200 metres. Again from lane 2, Western Metro Region, 3 Yarra Rangers, 4 Leongatha, 5 Cranbourne and 6 Keilor B. I think this is the first appearance of Leongatha today, so we welcome them here. Would have been quite the journey for Leongatha out here to Whittlesea City, so we thank you and your families for making the journey out here today. So as they come around the bend at the moment, it is the athletes from Keilor B running very well at the moment. The team from Leongatha is also running well, so the trip's been well and truly worth it, these young ladies, as they make their way through. It could be even actually Leongatha that might change over first now as we come into this second changeover. So Leongatha will take the baton just marginally in front. Oh, just marginally in front. No, we've dropped it now, and it's Keilor in second, Cranbourne, Yarra Rangers and Western Metro Region. So a little bit of ground there to make up by Leongatha. I totally mozzed them there, I think, but we'll see how they go making up that ground down the back straight. So the Leongatha athlete has made up that ground over the Keilor athlete now. Cranbourne and Yarra Rangers also moving up as well. So Leongatha take the baton first, Cranbourne, Yarra Rangers and Keilor. Keilor just passing over the shoulder of the Yarra Rangers athlete now as they come in with about 110 metres to go. Challenges on by Cranbourne now over Leongatha. So Cranbourne and Leongatha are going to fight this one out to the line. Leongatha athlete is digging deep now. She's not going to let her pass her now as she comes across the line to take out first in this first time final of the under 17 girls. Just over Cranbourne, Keilor. Yarra Rangers and Western Metro region. So this is time final number 2 of the under-17 girls, 4x200 metres. In
On your
lane
mark.
1, we have Altona, 2 Caulfield, 3 Whittlesea City, 4 Keilor, 5 Waverley, 6 Coburg, 7 Bendigo, and in lane 8 we have Frankston. So Keilor in lane 4 coming with our fastest qualifying time. They were actually 3rd in the 23 and 24 state championships. The second fastest qualifier
Six.
comes from Coburg in 6. So clean start away here for the girls here in the under-17s. This is their final relay championship of their little athletics career. So no doubt they will venture on to senior athletics if they haven't already. But it is all about the friendships here. In most cases with the under-17s. They love being here, the girls, for a social outlet. So really great to see so many teams here competing in the under-17s. And in some centres cases, there are actually multiple teams. So really, really great to see for the sport. So make their way down. It is Bendigo probably marginally in front at the moment of Keilor, but Keilor with the stagger will probably change first. Waverley not too far behind, and then the outside we've got Frankston and also Coburg. So it'll be Keilor that changes first, then Bendigo, Waverley, Coburg, Frankston, Whittlesea City, Caulfield and Altona in that order. So it's Keilor well and truly in front at the moment. Waverley not too far behind them. With Bendigo and Coburg really battling it out for that 3rd place at the moment. Caulfield not too far behind them, as well as Whittlesea City and then Altona. So as they come down into these final stages, is Keilor still just in front at the moment of that of Waverley. But the rest of the field is catching up very much. It's going to be a great finish here at the moment. Waverley leaving it all to the last minute here, but it's going to pay off here. Waverley will come across the line in first. Keilor just holds on for second. Coburg, Bendigo, Caulfield, Whittlesea City, Frankston. And then we have Altona. So congratulations to those under-17 girls in time final number 2 of the 4x200 metres.
marks.
So event number 18 is on the track. This is the last of our single gender 4x200 metre events before we go into the mixed races. We have 3 teams in this race here. So in lane 3, Western Metro Region, 4 Pakenham and 5 Berwick.
Stand up, boys. On your marks. Set. Unfair start. On your marks. Set.
So clean start away again this time here in lane 3, Western Metro Region, 4 Pakenham and 5 Berwick. So just the 3 teams in here, so we should be able to give you vision of all 3 throughout the majority of this race. But running strongly at the moment is the team from Western Metro Region. They come in with a seated time of 1:51.03, which is just a slight edge in front of the team from Pakenham. So let's keep an eye on these changes here. Really great way to be able to see them. Berwick change clean, Pakenham and Western Metro Region. The 3 teams there running very well at the moment as they come around through this second leg. So it's Pakenham probably slightly in front of that of Berwick, and then Western Metro Region not too far behind. So it is the second change coming now. We'll see how Pakenham go with this one, just to hold on to this lead here. They do change nice and clean here. Berwick second and Western Metro in third. So not much has changed in this instance here as we make their way back to the main camera here. Pakenham still out in front, just over Berwick. Berwick starting to make probably some ground, and we'll just have possibly Western Metro come into shot very, very shortly. So we'll see how we go with that. But it is Pakenham running really well at the moment. Berwick starting to make a little bit of ground here. We'll see how this changeover goes. If Pakenham muddle it up here, Berwick could actually make a little bit more ground. They do there probably. Probably made another metre or 2 there. But Pakenham, their final competitor, starts to run out very strongly in front. So it's Pakenham out in front, Berwick in second, and Western Metro still holding on for third place. So it will be Pakenham going to be taking this one down to the line. They need to look for a fast time here just to move up into that top 8 place overall. So Pakenham come across the line in first, Berwick in second, and Western Metro in third.
First place, our gold medalist this day in Commonwealth 50.73 is Kilo A. The medalist today, not Pariah and Kilo. The girls, 4x200 in the 16 race. And again, I extend my thanks.
So just the one team not featuring in this race here, which is the second time final and the last single gender 4x200 metre event of the morning. So we will be moving into the mixed 4x2s very shortly with two-time finals in each age group.
On your marks.
So introducing the teams to you now, we have from lane 2, Cranbourne in 3 Keilor B, 4 Albury, 5 Keilor A, 6 Essendon. So Knox, team in Knox from lane 7 has scratched.
Set.
So clean start away here for the second time final of the under 17 boys 4x200 metres. Running strongly at the moment is the team from Albury out in lane 4. Up on the shoulder of Keilor A, which are the fastest qualifiers, or sorry, they are the second fastest qualifiers. Albury come through as the fastest qualifier, just marginally in front of Keilor A. So Keilor A were first in 23 and 24, so Albury are out to upset that history making for Keilor in this final relay event for them for their 23-24 career. So they will probably feature again throughout the day, but it is their last season. So Keilor A, the stronger figure of the Keilor athlete, just does go over the shoulder of Albury. They're going to change almost at the same time, and they both were very, very seamless. So well done to both of the boys. Essendon and then the second Keilor team, and then Cranbourne. So as they make their way around the bend, it is Keilor just holding off at the moment over Albury, but Albury's legs are a little bit longer at the moment. He does seem to be making some ground with that stride as he comes into this final change. So it is Albury just going to come even with Keilor here, but he's going to have to move to make it towards his athlete here to change the baton. Both changeovers, fantastic work by the boys there. As they come around now, it's going to be really up for who has this speed base here in this final runner of these two teams. Keilor, then Albury at the moment. Closely followed by the second Keilor team, then Cranbourne and Essendon. So it's Keilor coming up to the line now. They are going to make sure they come across the line in first. Albury takes second, silver medal. Then we've got our team from Keilor picking up third, Cranbourne, and then Essendon. So we will be moving very quickly into the next event on the track, which will be a continuation of the 4x200 metre events, and we'll be starting with our under 11 athletes. So that event is scheduled for 10:52, and we are 10:53, so we'll probably be a immediate flow straight into that race. So once again, this is a mixed gender race. So we have 2 boys and 2 girls running the 4x200 metre event. The athletes can run in any order. So the same rules apply, that the third leg is the crossover leg. They cross over at transverse line along the back straight, so that's over near the 1500 metre start. So you have just joined us. We have just completed the first session block of the 4x200 metres, which were the boys and girls, and we're now opening into the mixed gender 4x200 metres.
On your marks.
So time final number 1 of 2 in the under 11 mixed 4x200 metres in lane 1, Berwick, 2, Ballarat, 3, Caulfield, 4, Springvale, 5, Diamond Valley, 6, Shepparton, 7, Corio, and in lane 8 we have Doncaster. So fastest qualifier in this race comes from Diamond Valley, which is in lane 5. So coming into that first changeover at the moment and running very well is probably the team from Diamond Valley. They'll change first, very closely followed by Caulfield in lane 3. So the athletes make their way around this top bend at the moment. They're going to be really vying for a spot here to make sure that this change is nice and clean. It's possibly the team from Shepparton running very well at the moment. So the team from Shepparton and also the team from Corio, but Diamond Valley not too far behind them. So I think you'll find Shepparton may get the baton first. So Shepparton, Corio, Diamond Valley, Doncaster, Caulfield, Ballarat, Berwick and Springvale. So welcome to Springvale here. That's their first event today. I don't believe I've mentioned them earlier today. So just a couple of teams from Springvale this year, but also representing their centre very well. So welcome to Springvale here today. And all other teams have well and truly represented so far in this event so far. So as we come into this next change over here, really great camera work there from the cameramen, so thank you to their work. Corio probably changed first, Diamond Valley in second, Berwick in third. And it might be Caulfield in fourth. We'll see as we come down to the final stages here, but it's Corio running very, very well at the moment. Diamond Valley really starting to dig deep just to close that gap. Ballarat is, my apologies, in third at the moment. Shepparton and then Caulfield. So it's Corio, Diamond Valley, Ballarat, Shepparton, Caulfield just in front of Springvale, Diamond Valley and Berwick. So that's the first time final of the under 11s, 4x200 metres. So next event on the track is our second time final of the under 11s, 4x200 metres. So our fastest 8 qualifiers from the regional rounds. And these centres are all representing the metropolitan the metropolitan region. So we do have 2 categories of regions if you haven't been aware of before. So we have regional Victoria and we have Metro Victoria. So these teams all come from the metro regions, which broadcast from the EMR, SMR, Western Metro and Northern Metro areas. So introduce the field to you now from lane 1, Knox, 2, Ringwood, 3, Whittlesea City, 4, Keilor, 5, Mentone, 6, Sandringham, 7, Essendon, and in lane 8 we have Geelong. So nice clean start by the teams here. A little bit of statistics on this one here. Sandringham come through as the fastest qualifier with a time of 2:00:07. Second fastest qualifier is Whittlesea City, followed by Mentone and Keilor. Geelong out in lane 8 were our winners last year, so don't deny them a spot. Whittlesea City, whilst coming through as the second fastest qualifier, was second in 23 and 24, so they will be up for the challenge to put up to Sandringham today. So Geelong change clear, so do Essendon, Mentone. Keilor as well, running a great bend, as is the athlete from Whittlesea City. So Whittlesea City running very, very strong. They'll hit the top of the straight probably first as they come around, but Geelong on the outside still running very strongly at the moment. Keilor starting to move up, as is Mentone as well. So let's keep an eye out for these changeovers here. We are right in front of the action where our cameras are. We've probably got prime spot. Whittlesea City take the baton first. Then it's probably Mentone, Geelong, Sandringham, Keilor, Essendon, Knox and Ringwood. So as they head down the back straight, it's going to be a really hot jostle for these minor places here. We've got 5 teams within about 5 metres of each other. So it's Geelong still out in front, Sandringham making some ground, Mentone, Keilor and Whittlesea City starting to tire just a little bit at the moment. So Geelong will take the baton first, then it's Keilor. Mentone fumble with the baton a little bit, as does, I think it might have been the team from Keilor. So we'll see as they come around now. It is Geelong out in front, Sandringham chasing down, Keilor making some ground on the bend with Mentone not too far behind them, Whittlesea City and also Knox it is. So it's Geelong, they're going to come across the line, first in 23-24, they've doubled it up for this year as well. Sandringham in second, Keilor, Mentone, Knox, Whittlesea City, Essendon and Ringwood. So great racing there and really great job by Geelong. So they came through as probably about the 5th or 6th fastest qualifier, turned it around the other end and took out the gold medal. So well done to Geelong. Next event on the track is event number 20. This is the under 12 mixed 4x200 metres. We do have a full field and we'll introduce that field to you in just a moment.
Set.
So clean start away here. In lane 1 we have Geelong B, 2 Ballarat, 3 Caulfield B, 4 Shepparton, 5 Nuttawading, 6 Coburg, 7 Whittlesea City and in lane 8 Berwick A. So it's quite even at the moment down the back straight. Probably Ballarat's probably running the pick of the bunch at the moment as they come around through this second leg of the event. Bit of a late change there for Coburg. Really would have maximised that change box space. We'll see how they go as they come around through now. It is running very well at the moment. Is Whittlesea City, as is Berwick out there in lane 8. So Whittlesea City and Berwick starting to move up at the moment is Caulfield B. So they're coming out of lane 3. They're starting to move up on the group as well as Coburg out in lane 6. So it might be Whittlesea City that do change first. So Whittlesea City, Berwick, Caulfield, both Berwick teams, Coburg, Nuttawading, Shepparton and Geelong. So as they come down through this third leg here at the moment, it is Caulfield just up in front now. So it's Caulfield, Berwick, Whittlesea City, the second Berwick team, Nuttawading, Shepparton, Coburg, Geelong. Coburg starting to move up on the group now as well, so they're going to start to close that gap quite significantly. They come in with the fastest seeded time, so they must have one hell of a runner in this final leg. So he's going to make his way through. They're really vying for spots here in the latter part of the field as well, but it is Caulfield out of danger in front. They're going to be coming across the line in first. Berwick in second. Nuttawading, great finish by Coburg, Ballarat, Shepparton, Whittlesea City and Geelong. So that's the first of 2 time finals for the 4x200 metres. Second time
On your
final on the
mark.
track for the under 12 mixed 4x200 metres. In lane 1, we have Chelsea, 2 Cranbourne, 3 Keilor, 4 Caulfield, 5 Knox, 6 Box Hill, 7 Ringwood, and in lane 8 we have Geelong.
Set.
So we've got some great quality times here in this race here. Some qualifying times positioned from 1 to 5. Post to make an exciting race based on their seeded time. So there's not a lot of margin between them all. Box Hill came through as the third fastest qualifier. Caulfield were the first. Keilor the second and Knox the fourth. So Box Hill did win this event last year. So they're going to be looking to back-to-back this title here. We'll see how they go there. Knox was second last year, but they're fourth fastest qualifier. So they look like they want to move up as well into this mix. So some clean changes there for the athletes in change 1. So they make their way down the front straight at the moment. It's probably that of the team in Geelong running a pretty good race on the outside. Box Hill in lane 6 running well, but starting to move up is that of Caulfield. So I think you'll find Caulfield might change first. So Caulfield, Box Hill, Geelong, Keilor, Knox, Cranbourne and Chelsea. So Caulfield running very strongly at the moment. Geelong on the outside and Keilor on the inside. So Geelong, it should be probably Caulfield, then Keilor. Geelong, Box Hill, so coming to these final changes. Nice clean change by Berwick there as well. Or Caulfield it was. Berwick, Keilor in second, then Geelong in third. All those 3 changes were very, very clean. But as we come into these final stages, there's the athlete there from Keilor that's putting the challenge up to Caulfield at the moment. So it's Keilor in front, Caulfield in second, Geelong in third. The boys are chasing the girls down, but the girls are showing how it's done right now at the moment. So the athlete from Keilor, she's going to have to hold on really tight here. It's going to be a close finish, and Caulfield timed it almost perfectly. Box Hill, Geelong, Ringwood, Knox, Cranbourne, and Chelsea. So well done there to Caulfield. What a great race there. He sort of let her pass him on the bend, and then came back and dug deep in that last 2 to 3 metres of that race. So well done there to Caulfield.
Rotate.
The next event on the track is event number 21. This is the under 9 mixed 4x100 metres. Some pretty cool haircut sporting in this race here. A young man from Ballarat. Great little mullet he's sporting there. And we'll introduce these young men and ladies to you now. So in lane 1, Berwick, 2 Ballarat, 3 Nuttawading, 4 Box Hill, 5 Corio, 6 Keilor, 7 Caulfield and 8 Collingwood.
Set.
Clean start away here for the athletes in the under 9 time final number 1 of 2, 4x200 metres. So the flying mullet in 2 is running very well at the moment. He's made some ground on the competitor in lane 3 and left for dead number lane 1. So make their way down the back straight. Still running well is my mate from Ballarat. On the outside from Geelong, also running 2 very strongly, as is Keilor in lane 6. So keep an eye on these baton changes here for these guys here. They've probably practiced until they're asleep. Out in lane 8, great change there by Collingwood and really great change there by the competitors in the centre of field. I think you'll find that's Box Hill running very, very well at the moment. So it's Box Hill going to come into the top of the bend, leading the way. Nuttawading running a strong leg at the moment as well from lane 3 too. So it's Box Hill out in front. Collingwood on the outside also running very well. And Keilor starting to move up from lane 6 as well. So it'll be Box Hill that change first. Collingwood second. Berwick third. Combination of other teams not too far behind. Nuttawading running a great leg at the moment too as well, as is Ballarat there in lane 2. So as they make their way around, it's still Box Hill out in front. Berwick starting to make some ground. Nuttawading and then Keilor as well from lane 6, as we mentioned before, starting to make their move up to the break line. So they get to the break line now. The idea is to move into the inside lanes, but heading towards your competitor that's normally positions between 1 and 8. Lanes 1 and 4 in the stagger over by the 200-metre line. So they're all lined up nice and convincingly there. Berwick take the baton first, Nuttawading, then Keilor. And Collingwood also running really strongly there, currently sitting in about 4th or 5th. But third, 4th and 5th at the moment are running very well. But out in front, Box Hill still running strongly. The young man from Box Hill starts to move on to the inside. He's going to save himself from ground of his competitors catching him towards the end of this race. So it's Box Hill. They're going to come across the line in first. Nuttawading in second. Ballarat maybe just over Keilor. Collingwood, Corio, Berwick and Caulfield. So great racing there for the under-9s in that first of 2 time finals for the 4x200 metres.
On your marks.
So event 21, this is time final number 2 of the under-9 mixed 4x200 metres.
Set. Lane 4, break, first and final warning. On your marks.
So clean start away here in the second time final of the under 9 mixed 4x200 metres. In lane 1, Seaford, 2, Mornington, 3, Keilor, 4, Melton City, 5, Shepparton, 6, Caulfield, 7, Knox. And in lane 8, we have Ringwood. So running a great strong race at the moment is Melton City there. You can see them in the orange and white, really making up some ground on their competitors. They come out of lane 4, so keep in mind that they are the second part of the screenshot we would normally see. Changing first, well and truly clear of the rest of the teams there. Mornington also running very well at the moment out of lane 2, so they'd already changed over, very similar to that of Melton City. So it is the orange representing very well at the moment in this race from both Melton City and Mornington. So they come around in to this second leg, or the second half of this second leg here. It is Melton City out in front at the moment. Running strongly too at the moment is Knox out of lane 7, and making some ground is Keilor, our fastest qualifier, clear by 5 seconds in second place. Melton will take the baton first, then Keilor. I think we've got the boys leading the charge here for this second part of the race here from Keilor. So it's Melton City, Keilor, Knox with the hoop socks working well. Mornington, Seaford, Ringwood, Shepparton and Caulfield. But it's Melton City out in front. Keilor starting to try and make some ground, but Melton City here came through as the second fastest qualifier, but they're proving Keilor to be an upset at the moment. So nice clean change by Melton City there. Keilor take the baton in second. And third is Mornington at the moment, being challenged that by Knox on the bend as we move around towards the second half of this race here. Probably be Ringwood then there in 5th, but Ringwood's starting to move up as well. But it's a competitor from Melton City really digging deep, but Keilor's having a crack at this one here. Melton City charging hard. Keilor's going to take this one across the line, so well done to the athlete from Keilor. Second to Melton City. Third to charge for Knox, just over Shepparton, Ringwood, Mornington, Caulfield and Seaford. So a great finish there by the under 9s. And a huge congratulations to Keilor and also Melton City.
On your marks.
So this is time final number 1 of 2 for the under 10s. Clean start away here, event number 22. In lane 1 we have Ballarat, 2 Bendigo, 3 Cranbourne, 4 Geelong, 5 Essendon, 6 Nuttawading, 7 South Melbourne District and 8 Brighton. So some great vision there of the athletes as they make their way down the back straight, heading towards that first changeover. Probably running well at the moment is that of Nuttawading, I would suggest, in lane 6. So you can see Nuttawading in the green, just passing South Melbourne District on their outside. But it's Essendon from lane 5 probably who is going to come into the straight with the leading position heading into this second changeover. Geelong running equally as well, and Cranbourne starting to move up into the mix as well. You can see Brighton there on the outside digging deep in lane 8, but as that stagger starts to make its way down, it will be Essendon that we need to keep an eye on that will be changing over first. Cranbourne not too far behind them as well, so it'll be Essendon, Cranbourne. Big stretch for South Melbourne in that change, Nuttawading, Bendigo and Ballarat. So it's Essendon, Cranbourne, Geelong. Probably South Melbourne and then Brighton, Nuttawading, Ballarat and Bendigo. So they cross over from that stagger now. It is Essendon still leading the way. Cranbourne not too far behind them, and Geelong shortly after. So they'll be your 3 unless anything crazy goes wrong at this changeover. So Essendon takes it first, Cranbourne, then Geelong. Nice clean changes by them. Ballarat. So not a lot has changed right now. The second pack group is starting to chase down the leaders at the moment, but it's still Essendon. I don't think anyone's going to pass them. Athlete just composing themselves with where they should be positioned into those inside lanes, just not to run that extra distance. So Essendon coming up to the line, Geelong holding into second. Ballarat moved up on the pack really well there. Will take out third. Cranbourne, Brighton, South Melbourne, Nuttawading and Bendigo. So that's the first 2 time finals for the under-10s. We're about to jump into the second time final of the under-10 mixed.
On your marks.
So time final number 2 of the under-10s, 4x200 metres. In lane 1, Cranbourne, 2, Corio, 3, Whittlesea City, 4, Ringwood, 5, Knox, 6, Mentone, 7, Collingwood and 8, Mornington. So clean start away for the athletes here in this second time final of the under-10s, 4x200 metres. Very even at the moment amongst all competitors here.
Starters rotate.
As they make their way down the back straight into our first changeover. So starting to move up is that of Mentone. So Mentone are the second fastest qualifiers in this race. They're going to hope to change over nice and clean. So the iridescent yellow there you can always see changed really well there. So the second runner in Mentone is running a very great leg there at the moment as well, being chased down by her competitor in lane 7 from Collingwood. So I've seen this young lady perform very well, I believe, at the State Track and Field Championships last year we held at Knox. So dominated the sprint event. So a nice strong runner for the Mentone team, making her way down to this changeover here. So starting to move up is that of Whittlesea City and Ringwood. So Ringwood are the fastest qualifier in this race, but Mentone is showing them how it's done at the moment. So Mentone take this baton now. Ringwood, Knox and Whittlesea City change almost simultaneously. So that's lanes 3, 4 and 5. So they're going to be chasing Mentone. They will make up what's the rest of the 3 fastest qualifiers out of the top 4. So Mentone still leading out the back straight, down the back straight. Whittlesea City starting to make some ground, as is Ringwood at the moment. And it might be Cranbourne from lane 1 started to move up a little bit also. So Mentone still out in front, getting sheared nice and strongly by the contingent we've got along the back straight. There's quite a group of people milling over there. It's really, really great to see. So as they come around now, it's Mentone still out in front at the moment. Corio's really come up into the mix now. I'm not too sure where they came from there, but they're coming up in and really having a red hot crack at this as well. So it's Mentone at the moment that are going to be leading down towards the finish. And I do apologise, it's actually Mornington that's jumped into second, who's going to threaten first. So Mentone digging deep. He's not going to have a bar of it, Mornington. Mornington's going to take this one across the line, perfectly timed. Mentone in second, Cranbourne, Ringwood, Whittlesea City, Corio, Collingwood and Knox. What a great race by Mornington. Don't even know where he came from, but fabulous, fabulous run.
marks.
So this is time final number 1 of the under-13s mixed 4x200 metres, so event 23. We'll introduce the field to you in just a short moment.
Set.
So from lane 1 we have Horsham, 2 Caulfield, 3 Bendigo, 4 Shepparton, 5 Essendon, 6 Yarra Rangers, 7 Geelong and 8 is Frankston. So some even racing at the moment, probably strong running there by Essendon starting to move up in the field. They are in lane 4 and they've probably got a bit of a lead on lanes 1, 2 and 3 at the moment as well. So Essendon do change first in that instance. On the outside, Geelong running a strong leg as well from 7. But it will be Essendon as we come into the straight here of this second leg that will be leading the way. Frankston on the outside in lane 8, also running very strongly, and starting to move up in the mix on the inside is the team from Horsham. So Horsham going to be a bit of the dark horse in this one, I think you'll find. So Essendon going to take the baton first. Horsham just after. Geelong, Frankston, Yarra Rangers, Shepparton, Caulfield and Bendigo. So Essendon still out in front. Horsham starting to make some ground. They are in lane 1, but on the outside, Geelong are running equally as well as Essendon, and the long striding athlete there is going to probably head out into this final change with a probably couple of metres there to boot. So probably about 3 metres there. So Geelong will take this one. Essendon. Then I think we do have Frankston there as the third change over. Caulfield not too far behind them. Bendigo, Horsham trying to make some ground there. Shepparton. And then Yarra Rangers. So it's Geelong coming down towards the finish here. Frankston starting to move into second here. Essendon, but a late charge by Bendigo. So it'll be Geelong, Frankston, Essendon, Bendigo, Horsham, Caulfield, Yarra Rangers and Shepparton.
On your marks.
Time final number 2 on the track of the under-13 mixed 4x200 metres. In lane 1, Collingwood, 2 Whittlesea City, 3 Ringwood, 4 Berwick, 5 Nuttawading, 6 Caulfield, 7 Brighton, and in lane 8, Keilor.
Set.
Clean start away. We've had some great starts today. I don't want to jinx it, but minimum number of false starts so far. So photo finish team are looking at me very peculiarly, like I've just mozzed the rest of the day. But no, we are doing well and we are running well on time. So right on time in actual fact. First changeover, nice and smooth there for most of our competitors. So we move around in here. Fastest qualified, we're going to look out for lane 3 from Ringwood. They do come in with a seated time of 1:49.23. There's not a lot between first through to fourth in actual fact. So these lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6 are going to be right in and amongst it today. Caulfield won this event last year, so they're going to want to have back-to-backs here too. So as we come up to this changeover here, going to be Ringwood that change first, Keilor, possibly Caulfield, Berwick, Brighton as well. So heading down the back straight at the moment. It's Ringwood and Keilor out in first and second. Berwick not too far behind, as is Caulfield, I believe, as well. So Ringwood change first, then Keilor, Berwick, Caulfield, that in that order. But the long legs of Keilor is going to chase down this athlete here out in front at the moment. So hold off to that front straight before you pass. It's the golden rule not to pass in a bend, but he's going to run wide here and he's going to really wind it up here. The athlete from Ringwood really, really holding off, and a huge congratulations to her. She's held off that one here. Ringwood first, Keilor second, Berwick, Caulfield, Brighton, Nuttawading, Whittlesea City and Collingwood. So great racing there for the under-13s, time final number 2 of the 4x200 metre event.
On your marks.
Event 24 is on the track. This is time final number 1 of 2 in the under-14s mixed 4x200 metres. We do have a full field in lane 1, Camperdown, 2, Keilor, 3, Whittlesea City, 4, Essendon, 5, Bendigo, 6, Werribee, 7, Camberwell, Malvern and 8, Shepparton.
Set.
So running very strongly down the back straight at the moment is probably the team from Essendon. They're in lane 4, moved up on the mix a little bit, so do seem to be running very strongly at the moment. Essendon have had a really great morning so far. So they'll change first, probably close with Whittlesea City as well, as they come into these front straight from this second leg. Keilor from lane 2 starting to move up as well. So the 3 teams from the Northern Metro region are representing very, very well here in this first time final of the 4x200 metre mixed event. So Whittlesea City might be just marginally in front of Shepparton at this changeover. So Whittlesea City will change first. Shepparton, Essendon, Keilor, Bendigo, Camperdown and Camberwell, Malvern. So Whittlesea City moving down in the back straight at the moment. Keilor chasing Essendon and Shepparton. So heading into this final change, Whittlesea City muddled that one up just a slight bit, gives Keilor a bit of an opportunity to make some ground. Essendon not too far behind, as is Shepparton as well. So it's going to be up for grabs here. The medals are going to change, and Essendon, we spoke about them before, how well they're featuring here in the 4x2s. So the 3 competitors here from the Northern Metro region, they've raced against each other at region. They know what their strengths are and their weaknesses are. And it's going to be Essendon who have that strength to take across the line in first. Whittlesea City in second. Keilor, Shepparton, Bendigo, Camberwell, Malvern and Camperdown. So congratulations to those competitors in the under-14 mixed 4x2 time final number 1.
On your marks.
Time final number 2 of the under 14s, mixed 4x200 metres. In lane 1, we have Pakenham, 2 Geelong, 3 Knox, 4 Berwick, 5 Waverley, 6 Cranbourne, 7 Doncaster, and 8 Diamond Valley.
Set.
So clean start away for this second time final of the under 14 mixed 4x200 metres. Running strongly at the moment is Waverley out of lane 5. They come through as our third fastest qualifier and we're 4th in 23 and 24. Knox from lane 3 are our fastest qualifier and they are starting to make their mark on this event as well. Nice clean change by Knox in actual fact. They were the winners in 23-24 as mentioned before. Fastest qualifier with 1:42.02. So as this stagger changes significantly, it's Waverley out in front at the moment. Diamond Valley running strongly on the outside, but it is that Knox team, Geelong and also Berwick starting to move up. So Waverley will change first just in front of Geelong. Berwick, Knox, Diamond Valley, Doncaster, Pakenham. So Waverley just still holding on, but here comes Knox. They're going to start to make their move and really stretch out here to change over first in this final baton change here for the under 14s. Was a bit of a muddled change, but they got there in the end. Waverley second to change. Geelong, Doncaster, Pakenham, Diamond Valley as well, and including Berwick. So it is Doncaster running a strong leg at the round into that third place, but it's Knox here today. They were the state champions in 23 and 24. They'll repeat that process here in 24-25. Waverley comes across the line in second. Geelong, Doncaster, Berwick, Diamond Valley, Pakenham. There is a yellow flag on this race, so just keep an eye on Results Hub for the consolidated results. So Results Hub is lavic.resultshub.com.au, where you'll see consolidated results for all athletes and events throughout the day. So just make sure you do refresh if you have got a recent view. There's also an option there to click on the last race to see the results that have been last posted. Next event on the track is event number 25. This is the under 15s, mixed 4x200 metres.
On your marks. Set.
It's event 25. This is time final number 1 of the under 15s. In lane 2 we have Pakenham, 4 Keilor C, 5 Bacchus Marsh, and in 6 Williamstown. So Preston Reservoir have scratched from lane 2, so lane 2 is vacant. So nice first leg in the start of second leg being conducted now in this under 15s 4x200 metre mixed race. So Keilor running very well at the moment. So Keilor are going to take the baton first in this changeover here, closely followed by Williamstown, Bacchus Marsh, and Pakenham. So starting to make some ground is the athlete from Bacchus Marsh at the moment, really moving up on the competitors on their outside. So Bacchus Marsh should be, by this last changeover, almost have passed Keilor. Keilor really stretching now to get to this final change. Williamstown not too far behind, and Pakenham there shortly after. So Bacchus Marsh change first. Keilor second, Williamstown, and then Pakenham. So Keilor trying to make some ground on Bacchus Marsh at the moment, but Bacchus Marsh still holding strong, probably about 2 or 3 metres in front at the top of the front straight. So it's Bacchus Marsh, got a little bit left in the tank here to dig deep. Keilor not letting go just yet, but it will be Bacchus Marsh. They're going to come across the line in first. Keilor for second. Williamstown for third, and Pakenham in fourth place. Next event on the track is the time final number 2 of the under-15s 4x200 metres. This is a mixed race here. We have a phenomenal 3 Berwick teams in this race, 2 Keilor teams, Caulfield, Western Country and Oakley. So we'll just get them on their way and then we'll introduce the field to you.
Set. Stand up, please. Back to your cones.
We might just do that intro now. So from lane 1, we have Berwick C, 2 Western Country Region, 3 Caulfield, 4 Berwick A, 5 Keilor, 6 Berwick B, 7 Keilor B, and Oakley in lane 8. It's official Victorian Best Performance watch on this race. So the Keilor team ran a very, very strong race at their region round.
Set.
So clean start away here. So it is about Berwick quite potentially here. So Berwick have the fastest qualifier out of lane 4. They were first in 23 and 24. Second fastest qualifier comes from Caulfield. They too were silver medalists in season 23 and 24. So as they make their way around, some really strong racing by Berwick. Caulfield too are running very strongly at the moment, but it is that Caulfield team running a strong bend at the moment as they come around. So Caulfield out of lane 3 starting to move and chase that Berwick team. Keilor on their outside and the second Keilor team on the further outside also running very well. But as they come down to this changeover, the pressure's going to be on Berwick to really perform here. So Berwick is going to take the baton. Caulfield, Keilor, Western Country Region, then our second Keilor team, third Berwick team, and Oakley. So Berwick down the back straight running very strongly, closely followed by that of Caulfield and Keilor and Western Country Region. It's our second Berwick team, second Keilor team, Oakley and our third Berwick team. But it is Berwick A coming down the front straight, really chasing that Victorian Best Performance time. Bit of a wave to the crowd as well. Comes across the line in first. So Berwick take out gold. Caulfield silver. Keilor bronze. Berwick B Western Country region, second Keilor team, Oakley and Berwick C. So just a couple more races to go with these 4x2s, and then we will be jumping into the 4x100 metre events. So just the 4 races. So we will be having a lunch break after these 4x2s, so give you opportunity to take your own break. And then we will resume at after lunch with a 12:45. So lunch break is scheduled from just after 12:05 or so, which will be featuring our multi-class 4x200 metre final. So just the one race in the 4x2.
On your
And
mark.
this is now event 26, the under 16 mixed 4x2. So in shot we have Essendon in lane 3, lane 4 we have Bacchus Marsh, lane 5 Melton City, and in lane 6 Werribee B.
Set.
So running strongly down the back straight at the moment, probably Werribee, Melton City we can see in shot. Their fellow competitors in 3 and 4 yet to come in vision, but I would expect that they'll start to come in to shot very shortly. So Werribee running strongly at the moment. Melton City not too far behind them. Yet to see Essendon and Bacchus Marsh. So here comes Essendon now just into vision. And Bacchus Marsh just comes into shot now. So it is about Werribee right now at the moment. Werribee coming over to this second changeover. Essendon next to change, Melton City thereafter. And not too far away from this changeover, we have Bacchus Marsh. So Bacchus Marsh changing fourth. Little bit of momentum change along the back straight at the moment. Melton City have made the bit of the lead. Werribee not too far after, then Essendon. So Melton City running a strong third leg. And they'll pass the baton for this final changeover. So it is Melton City at the moment. Running very, very well here in this final leg of the 4x200 metres for the under 16s, time final 1. Essendon just come into shot now. Werribee and Bacchus Marsh just at back of shot right now. But it is Melton City. They're going to come across the line in first. So Essendon in second. Werribee in third, and great strong finish there by Bacchus Marsh in fourth place. So time final number 2 is on the track. This is
Quickly, back to you, Kane.
the under 16s, 4x200 metres. So it does look like our fastest qualifier is actually out of this race. So this will be opening up the event for our teams from different regions.
On your marks.
Okay, so it does look like we had a bit of a mix-up in lanes there. So our fastest qualifier is actually here from lane 3. So introducing the field to you now from lane 1, Mentone. 2, Frankston. 3, Waverley. 4, Werribee. Lane 5 is a scratch. Lane 6 is a Chuka-Moama. 7, Coburg. And 8 is Cranbourne.
Set.
So a nice clean start here for the athletes. Running strongly at the moment is probably that of Chuka-Moama. They're running a really strong race down the back straight at the moment. They make their way down towards that first changeover. They're going to have hot on their heels a team from Waverley out of lane 3. So it might be a Chuka-Moama.
Starters, rotate.
But it is Waverley that changes first. Not too far behind, though, was a Chuka-Moama. So a Chuka-Moama and Waverley very close to each other there in that changeover. Then we'll probably have the team from Frankston from lane 2 running well, coming into the front straight. So a Chuka-Moama at the moment are leading the charge. Waverley not too far behind. So a Chuka-Moama will change first, then Waverley, then Cranbourne, Werribee, Coburg, Frankston and Mentone. So Waverley's starting to move up on the pack at the moment now, cutting in on the inside now. The stagger will come across now. Both athletes will be quite even, so the girls will run even down into this final change. It's going to come down to this final change most likely to see who has the cleanest changeover. So a Chuka-Moama just a margin in front here. So it's a Chuka-Moama, then Waverley. The two are going to go leg to leg now here for this final 200 metres of the event. Cranbourne not far behind. Werribee trying to sneak in there for third as we speak. So it's Waverley out in front of Chuka-Moama, Werribee, Cranbourne, Frankston and Coburg. Mentone not too far behind. But it will be Waverley that are going to come across the line in first. Werribee vying for second. They're going to steal second off of Chuka-Moama. Frankston, Cranbourne, Coburg, Mentone.
On your marks. Set.
Clean start away in event 27. This is time final number 1 of 2 for the under 17 mixed 4x200 metres. So from lane 3 we have Northern Country Region, 4 Knox, 5 Gippsland Country Region, 6 Western Country Region, and 7 is Craigieburn. So heading into that first change over here, very even between those outside competitors from 5, 6 and 7. Nice clean changing there by Western Country Region. And Knox running very well at the moment out of lane 4. So it's Knox at the moment well and truly out in front of their fellow competitors. On the outside, Craigieburn running strong, and moving up on the inside is Northern Country Region from lane 3. So Knox will change first. Northern Country Region will change second. Western Craigieburn, Gippsland Country Region, and then Western Country Region. So they're your competitors as they make their way around. Knox quite a good distance in front at the moment. Probably will have about 45 metres at the second heading into this last change. So it's Knox at change first. Northern Country Region and Gippsland Country Region not too far behind. Craigieburn thereafter, then Western Country Region in 5th. But it'll be Knox that come across the line to take out first. Gippsland, Northern Country Region, Craigieburn and Western Country Region. So that's time final number 1 of the under 17 mixed 4x200 metres. So just a reminder, we have 2 more races before the lunch break. So we will be heading off for a half-hour lunch break after these next 2 races before we bounce into the 4x100 metre events for boys and girls first, then followed by the mixed events. So time final number 2 is on the track for the under 17 mixed 4x200 metres. In lane 1 we have Keilor, 2 Essendon, 3 Melton City, 4 Frankston, 5 Waverley, 6 Keilor A, 7 Shepparton and 8 Williamstown. Fastest qualifier in this event comes from lane 5, that's Waverley.
Set.
So Waverley running a very strong race at the moment. You can see them in the main shot at the moment. Already moved up on the competitors in lanes 6, 7, and now they've just conquered 8. So it's Waverley coming into this first changeover. They're going to be well and truly out in front. So they change nice and clean. Then you can see the competitors on the outside in Shepparton and Williamstown just make their changeover, and just Keilor as well. So it's Waverley running very, very well right now. They were fourth in 23-24, and Keilor were actually first in 23-24. So it's Waverley at the moment coming down into this second changeover for their third leg of this event. They're going to pass the bat nice and cleanly. Williamstown probably second, Frankston, Shepparton, Keilor, Melton City and Essendon. Our second Keilor team now just change over and make their way around in this third leg. So starting to make a bit of a move on this race is the team from Melton City. Now they're the second fastest qualifier and they're absolutely dominating down the back straight right now. They're going to come into this final change, Melton City, and I think you might find them might quietly just want to take this one for the day. So Melton City in first at the moment, Waverley chasing down as we speak. Might be Frankston sitting there in third, Shepparton, Keilor and Williamstown. But it's all about Melton City here today. Melton City are going to come across the line and take the gold medal in this event. Waverley second, Frankston, Keilor, Shepparton, Williamstown. Essendon and Keilor. Our final event of the morning session is on the
On
track
your
now.
mark.
This is event 28, the mixed under 13 to 17 multi-class 4x200 metre event.
Set.
In lane 1, we have Eastern Metro Region. In lane 2, we have Ringwood. In lane 3, Western Metro Region. In lane 4, Southern Metro Region. And in lane 5, Gippsland Country Region. So a very even race at the moment as the athletes make their way halfway through the first leg of the race. But it is the athletes probably from Southern Metro Region running very well. Not too far behind them is that of Western Metro Region from lane 3. So as the athletes make their way into the first changeover, Southern Metro Region past the baton first, then Western Metro Region, Gippsland Country Region, and Eastern Metro and Ringwood. So as the competitors make their way around, it is Western Metro at the moment, probably out in front, just a little bit in front of Southern Metro Region in the yellow. So in the navy is Western Metro, the yellow is Southern Metro, and Gippsland Country Region in the orange. And then we have Ringwood in the green and gold, and Eastern Metro in the blue. So Western Metro change first. So really strong running by Western Metro. They actually were the title holders last year in this race as well, so they've got a very good team. Southern Metro running very, very well in their third leg. Ringwood, Gippsland Country Region, and Eastern Metro Region as well. So some great racing there for the competitors.
We'll set up for the 4x1s now.
So running very well at the moment is Western Metro Region as they come at the top of the bend here. So I think this is Kobe from Western Metro Region representing, he's normally from Corio, running very well at the moment. So Western Metro Region, we're going to come across the line and take out first. Now these placings at the end are unofficial. So there is a calculation that that determines our multi-class athletes. So each athlete has a classification based on their ability, and that calculation is then rounded out as a percentage for the team calculation to give them their final placing. So Ringwood takes second place across the line. Eastern Metro Region in third. Gippsland Country Region and not too far away is our competitor from Southern Metro Region. Doing a great job. And now we're all done. So that's our morning session completed, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for the people now that have been with us. We will be taking a half an hour lunch break and we'll be resuming again just before 12:45. So we'll probably jump back on around about 5 or 10 minutes prior to that. So please grab yourself some lunch, take a break, and we'll see you again very soon at 12:45. There will be a new stream starting for both Facebook and YouTube, I believe. So just keep an eye on your watch list and just make sure that you get yourself prepared to watch that one or just tag yourself as a reminder. So won't be too far away, but thank you for joining us so far.
your team. You don't need the green ones, do we?
Six towards here.
Yeah, just spin them around a bit. And even this one here, Croc, this one here, directed a bit more towards one.
Steve's got as far as the competition ends.